I'm recording now. I guess I'll just keep it on this screen. I don't fucking know. Yes.
Can I just say, I fucking miss you guys. It's been a while.
I miss you guys too.
We miss you
It's
too.
been a while.
Real adult life sucks.
Does it?
Well, not really, but
I haven't had a job for like 2 months, so or not 2 months. What am I? 2 years. So
oh my god,
I've been kind of living a life that I wouldn't mind living forever.
yeah, same.
But you know,
all good things, as they say.
yeah. Hopefully, my good thing ends into a second good thing, but we'll see.
Adulting will end when I die. So yes, good things will happen then.
Yeah. Well, let's get this all started. We have today Wodawg, aka Will, and RegretfulTwitcher, aka Donnie and Novell here. We're doing
that me.
A casual little top 10 games of the year list, so you know, nothing too wild. But we all have our own list, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
all right, cool.
that is
yeah,
correct.
just
actually
making sure.
It's gonna be a wholesome and cozy fireside chat.
Yeah. And there's no music right now, but there will be music now because I will start us off, I guess, because I need to get music playing because it's dead silent in this stream. And here, let me get these sound levels right. A little loud.
I have well, I guess Donnie and Novell, but between the three, I guess the four of us, I know Donnie and Novell will, but will there be like any overlap on like
I highly doubt it.
Entities? I wonder.
I really don't think there will be this year, especially since my first game is Castlevania Curse of Darkness. It's a PS2 game. It's a 3D Castlevania PS2 game. It's kind of like a character action game, so you know, in the vein of like DMC. This game was it had so much soul, and the music and the gameplay is like serviceable. I would say it's like somewhere between like DMC quality and DMC 3. So it's better than DMC 1, but not quite DMC 3. But just like the atmosphere of the game and the music and the just doing everything in that game was just so comfy, you know? Like I just wanted to keep playing it and like running around and doing stuff, and it really captured that like Castlevania feeling of like just wanting to complete the map and just play the game as much as possible before stopping. And I haven't even I finished the game, but there's like extra post-game content that I get to do still. So luckily my time with the game is not quite over. And while I loved this game to death, it's unfortunately at the bottom of the list because there's just so many heavy hitters this year. I've never had anyone
suggest a 3D Castlevania ever.
I know, right? Crazy.
That's the one on the Nintendo 64, right?
No, PS2.
No. PS2. Oh, wait a second. I'm looking this one up because I feel like I might be confusing it. Curse of Darkness.
You probably are.
Yeah, there's a whole area where Castlevania just kind of didn't exist for like people.
Oh, I know nothing about this one.
Yeah. It does
look cool.
Pretty underplayed. The only reason I know about it is because Hakita, the developer of Ultra Kill, was like, "Oh yeah, I actually really like this game," and took some inspiration from it. And I saw it at the local game store, so I was like, "Oh, I'll check it out." And then I started playing it, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is amazing!"
So I'll go into mine. Mine number 10 is not really a video game, but it's Pikmin Bloom. The apple came out a little while back. So it's made by Niantic, which are Pokemon Go people, but it's not. If Pokemon Go is like a really hyper gamified like step counter, this one's much more of a step counter with like some game dressing around it. I've never had like an app make me want to walk more than this game does. And I don't know, it's just super cute. I love Pikmin, and like the experience of finding someone else who plays Pokemon Go or who likes Pokemon is like kind of whatever, because everyone likes Pokemon, but finding another person, that means something. You know what I mean? Like,
not everyone plays Pikmin. I feel like Pikmin is a way less huge IP.
Yeah, exactly. Finding
your soul neighbors.
Finding a fellow Pikmin fanatic is much more interesting. It's also just really wholesome and fun. It's, once again, it's not really much of a game. It's just like a step counter, but gives you little rewards for exploring and going places. You get to have your little Pikmin boys and give them little hats and give them names. Very, very basic, but it's easily one of my favorite things I played, for lack of a better word, this year.
Pikmin was one of those games that scared me when it first came out, so I didn't play it.
Was it all the murder?
Yes.
Oh, I don't believe that. You love murder.
Well, there was a period where I'm just like, ooh, this is dark and scary. I don't like it, all right?
Pikmin?
Yes.
Dude,
some of the creatures are fucking terrifying.
I played Pikmin for the first time this year. Dude, that game is a war. War is hell, dude. And Pikmin is it. Holy shit.
I'm really curious for when you play the other ones, because they're all pretty unique in tone. So what you were describing in Pikmin 1, it's not really in 2, and it's not really in 3 either.
That's weird.
But I don't know, it's a unique series.
Yeah. I loved it.
No, Pikmin 1's great.
I don't know what the bird thing was, but that one still
the
haunts me.
Snagrit?
Is that what it is? It's fucking
The burrowing
terrifying.
Snagrit?
Yeah, I don't like that one.
I played the demo for the new one, but I got really sad and I had to abuse the little guys.
Oh no.
I didn't appreciate it. I'm like, I love this little dude. I don't want to throw him.
You should download Pikmin Bloom then. There's no death.
Wonderful.
Your little boys can't die.
I do like
great.
Pikmin Bloom. As someone who very, very casually plays Pikmin Bloom, I agree with you that I like it a lot more than Pokemon Go, because you just have to play it less.
Yeah, it's just so low key and nice. It's just like,
yeah, it's a very comfy game.
Yeah, very comfy. Comfy's a good word.
All right, Novell.
Oh shit, it's me. Oh god, what happened to ladies first? Why me?
No, I don't. I didn't sign up for that.
It's a save the best for last kind of deal, you know, and we all know you're not the best.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
See, they're saying that before they hear anything on my list, so enjoy it while it lasts.
All of your fucking shit is just trash.
Your name
it
has
really
2
is.
L's,
Oh my
right,
god,
Novell?
it's such garbage.
It does have 2 L's.
Okay. I always forget how it's spelled.
So my game for my top 10 is kind of, it's more of like an interactive fuck. I don't
It's an interactive fuck.
Yes, an interactive fuck. I love those.
All right,
Is this
so
one of those VR games I keep hearing about?
No!
We love those here.
So the name of the game is The Eternal Castle Remastered. Apparently, it's a remake of the original Eternal Castle from 1987.
So it says.
I don't even know if that's true, but it's this basically 8-bit style movie. Kind of think of...
I don't know. He's saying that, but this game kicked his ass when he played it.
It did. Okay. So there are no lives per se. It's just a story about, I guess, you trying to get your sci-fi girlfriend back.
Yeah. We chose to be lesbians,
Yes,
obviously.
you can be straight or you can be a lesbian. Obviously, we chose lesbians. And the most impressive thing about the game, and it's hard to describe, it's not the gameplay. It's just fucking looking at it. Like it's an action platformer, and the way that it does shadows. What is it called? It's not called degaussing. What is it?
They seem to have used kind of a distillation process where all of the visuals are being portrayed through just the shadows and the light, as opposed to any like solid designs.
The only way
it's very cool.
I really can't get it across. So
it's a shadow puppet show.
I sent a
I mean, in a way, yeah.
I sent a
is.
GIF in our Discord chat. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna need to see what that looks like.
Yeah, I'll pull it up on my stream right now.
Oh, okay.
Here's
Interesting.
an actual link, I guess. I don't know if it just fucking takes that.
There you go.
So it was fun. It was creative. I fucking.
Okay, you are gonna see some pixel nipples though.
Not in this. not in the GIF I just.
But you're going to. Yes.
It reminds me of like an original Prince of Persia.
It looks really cool. I actually love that art style.
It was super cool. I highly recommend it. It's short. It takes about an hour and a half to beat.
Yeah,
if you're not stupid.
It took Novell longer.
I was stupid.
Yeah, had me short.
So I would highly recommend. It left a mark. It's short but sweet and something I can't. It stays in my head, you know. So that's my.
Yeah, if we talk purely visuals, it would have been my favorite.
That's my number 10. You have to look it. You have to look at it. I can't really give it to you without you experiencing it. So go experience it.
All right.
The others aren't like that, I promise.
Oh, okay. Why are you saying it's cool? It's a cool game. Anyway, I'm gonna bring up something significantly less cool. There is not one singular respectable game on my list this year. I promise. They're all garbage. But the first one is it's an otome dating sim visual novel called Collar X Malice. And it started out my quest this year to not have one singular coherent thought. I wanted none. I didn't want to think. I didn't just let me have fun. Let me look at the pretty boys and let me have fun. It is just a stupid detective mystery. And that's about it. The political commentary, Collar X Malice. The basic political commentary is that the solution to the bad guys having guns was the government to give everyone, even children, guns of their own, government issued. And one of the bad ends is just you go into a park at the wrong time of day and you just get shot and die. And I thought
I've
that
been
was
saying
the
this for
funniest
years.
shit.
That's pretty fucking funny. That is really
Just
funny.
don't go to- And Best Boy Sasazaka said that gamers are disabled.
That is
Those are
something he
his
did
exact
say.
words, and I can't disagree. Therefore, Collar X Malice is my number 10.
Delightful.
Oh, hey, it's back to me. Fuck. I was so caught up in fucking getting all this shit together. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I that was on me. I still haven't shown the picture of fucking video game fighting.
I can just link it in.
I was about to say.
Oh, yeah,
it's
just
pretty
link it
nice
in
not to
chat.
be running this time.
No. There you
All
go.
right.
That's my 8-bit game.
So
Eternal Castle in chat.
make everyone click on that link now. My number 9, because we're on 9,
Not a
not
Rickle,
8,
I swear.
is and I kind of mentioned this briefly earlier. My number 9 is No More Heroes 3.
Really?
Yeah, it's that
our
low
to-play
on the
list.
list.
Mhm.
That is shocking.
Yeah. I fucking love this game to death. I thought, it's I forgot to start the music. It's a little rough around the edges. And by a little, I mean it's very rough around the edges. But oh man, it is such a good experience from beginning to end. I loved every second of it. There was never a time where I was like, man, I wish I wasn't playing this game right now. I loved every second of it. And the further the game got on, the more it went, it felt, so the game felt like a fully realized Travis Strikes Again. No More Heroes 3 felt like what Travis Strikes Again was supposed to be from the very beginning, where it's constantly jumping around in genres, and it's got the No More Hero combat still, but it's still very self-aware of itself and has all of these other game genre references. So, and that's what No More Heroes 3 does. Travis Strikes Again kind of fiddled with it, having the different levels kind of have these kind of mini game segments, but they're really, really short and pretty underwhelming. But No More Heroes 3 just went all out with this aspect, having a whole boss fight that wasn't even a boss. You didn't even fight the boss. you just played a really long, silly mini game of musical chairs. And it was fucking awesome, and I loved it.
I'm in. Sign me up.
And the music, oh my god, the composers fucking outdid themselves this time. Every song was so good. It was just such an incredible game. It really is one of those games that I don't even think you need to have played all the other No More Hero games to really appreciate it. But man, it was a fucking ride from beginning to end. I was in love with it from the second I turned that game on to the second it ended. And you know, they even got Travis and Smashing away in it. So you gotta love that. No More Heroes 3 truly was my No More Hero.
He said it. He said the thing.
Everybody please clap.
I really need to play that one. It's like on my short list.
It's so
for
good.
things I missed this year. So back to my number 9. So I mentioned Pokemon in my last one because Pokemon Go or whatever. So lots of the Pokemon is now nothing but discourse, right? What the fuck was that?
I think someone just got shot outside of our window.
Those are their
Jesus.
shots or fireworks. I don't know.
Yeah,
I am
either
sorry.
Way. Either way.
It's not even New Year's yet. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
So Pokemon community is nothing but discourse. Everyone hates everyone. I am a sword and shield defender, as you guys know. But there was something that came out this year that truly made all the main Pokemon games of the past probably decade look like horse shit. And that was new Pokemon Snap, made by Bandai Namco.
That was a Bandai Namco game?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It was
Something other than Dragon Ball?
it was the Pokken team.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But yeah, new Pokemon Snap is delightful. It's a follow-up to Pokemon Snap 20 years ago. And even though it's the second game in 2 decades, it still feels incredibly original. And I don't know why no one else has made a game like this. I'm sure like indies have, but no really big franchise has. And I don't know, it still feels like great. It's so cool to have just a picture game where you just take pictures of little monsters and like them getting killed or whatever the fuck. But it was just so goddamn delightful and so like anti what current Pokemon is. Because it was beautiful. It had lots of great animation and it looked really great for a Switch game. There was free DLC. And I don't know, it was just fucking great. It was one of the best experiences I've had this year. And like... Will, how can you shit on BDSP when you defend Switch? Very easily. But yeah... And in a year when Diamond and Pearl remake was very disappointing to me personally, new Snap was so good, so delightful.
I might have to get to that.
It's really, really good. If you can find it, well, I don't know. It's not a mainline Pokemon game, so it might go down in price. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
Wait for the PC release.
Yes, release. If that's what you kids are calling it these days. But yeah, that's my number 9.
Oh shit, does that mean it's back to me again? Oh fuck. Alright, well actually no, this one's an easy one. My number 9. Ooh, I have been waiting for so long. Because I am a big fan of the WarioWare series, you see. I was waiting. Yeah, there was a WarioWare on Wii U. I think there was?
Yeah.
There? I don't even remember.
What
It
the
was such a
fuck?
small blip.
Game and Wario? You're gonna tell me Game and Wario was a small blip? I'm gonna...
Yeah, well, you know what was a bigger blip? Fucking WarioWare Smooth Moves. And you know what is an even bigger blip to me? WarioWare Get It Together, okay? That is my number 9 specifically. I love it. So it's your standard WarioWare. All right, you got your wacky fucking mini games. You got your silly little. They actually did the cutscenes a bit differently in WarioWare Get It Together, which I kind of liked. It was the hyper. It's that hyper realism mixed with not hyper realism, and it works. But my absolute favorite thing about WarioWare Get It Together is it's filled with so much love and creativity. So on the creativity side, I actually really enjoy the mechanic of having multiple WarioWare characters and the whole like video game thing to accomplish like the fucking goals. So like one easy example that they do is like there's a mini game where you're supposed to get what was it? It was like get a rag wet or something, and you could just turn on the faucet and turn it on really hard so it hits the rag, or you could use the alien and tractor beam up the fucking scarf into the water, or you could use the character who just has a fucking water gun and then just shoot the water on the wreck. There's so many solutions for just one mini game. It's fucking fantastic. I love it. And then like the extras, like there's this have you ever seen Wario in an anime? No? There's a mini game called Wario Fighting, I think, in it, and the poster's just so everyone in a fucking anime style, and I absolutely adore it. It's wonderful. It's mwah. So that, and you have co-op, which for the actual main games and like what is it, mini game and a mini game, a micro game, mini game, like fucking volleyball. I don't know. That's my point. There's so much to do in this game. It's just, I wanted a WarioWare on the Switch, one that would actually make me go, oh shit, I need to get it. Yeah, there was WarioWare DIY. I had that one. Didn't hit like Smooth Moves or WarioWare DS. I didn't even fucking care about the one on Wii U. Who the hell had a Wii U? But this was a nice return to form, and oddly enough, maybe I'm missing indies who do it, but there isn't a lot of micro games like WarioWare. This year, I only found two. One was a very rough, not polished Japanese one, and then there was one with a horror style, where it's just a micro game of horror games. I haven't played that one yet. I'll let you know if that one's good. But yeah, WarioWare, I'm happy about it. I'm glad it's on Switch, and that is my number 9.
Not a bad pick.
Displace Lucidity says
I need to play it.
I do as well. I have also not played it, actually. Hearing you talk about it makes me much more interested than any trailer I've seen. I feel like the trailers for the game did not show it off very well. It made it look not as fun as a normal WarioWare game.
Oh no, it's super fun. I can't recommend it.
It was my first WarioWare game, and I enjoyed it.
As a first Wario game, I was gonna make Donnie play Smooth Moves. I still am, but having her start
Smooth
with Get It
Moves
Started,
are so good.
having her start with Get It Together, absolutely just as okay of a choice.
If you're gonna have her play Smooth Moves, make sure it's on an actual Wii. It's one of like 2 games that requires an actual Wii to be its best self.
Yeah.
I think I can hook up the Joy-Con.
I don't think
to
I've
Dolphin.
ever seen a Wii like in person. OG Wii. It's gonna be like some ancient relic that I've never seen before.
Just go to any like dollar store. Those be like on the wall somewhere.
Just go to any grandma's house. They'll be collecting the
Where do you
dust in
find
the
a
entertainment
grandma?
center.
Go to your local hospital. Take their Wii.
They won't miss it.
And Lucidity, I know Wario Land Shake It has an anime style, but I mean, what if Wario looked like Goku? That's what I mean. That's what that portrait was like.
All right, is it my turn?
Yep.
Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
My number 9 is Project Diva, the Vocaloid rhythm game.
Haha!
And I didn't just put it here. I don't know. Which one is it? Is it Future Tone?
It is.
I can't remember the subtitle.
I think
it's Future Tone.
I think it's Future Tone. It's the one on the Switch that you play the most, right?
Yes.
Project Diva, whatever, whichever one.
Something. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's the Mega Mix.
Project
Okay.
Diva Mega Mix for
Okay.
Nintendo Switch.
I think I just know Future Tone because we also played it, or we emulated it on the PC.
Yes,
And Novell got a little like fight stick hooked up to it. Not meant to be played that way. Very fun though.
Yeah, it is 100% not meant to be played that way.
Oh, it's great with the fight
It's
stick.
so fun. It's really satisfying.
I also want to say that I got Donnie into Vocaloid music because of the game.
Let me get to that. I have spent my entire life shit talking among Vocaloids. Like, they were brought up. I would never waste a second to talk about how much I don't like Vocaloids. They annoy me. The fandom's the worst. It sucks. And then, you know, I sit down and I spend who knows how many hours in this game, and now I like Vocaloids. I never really appreciated how they could be used as a tool in music. I'd always just kind of looked down on them as seeing them as kind of like a crutch, I guess, but seeing what composers are able to do with them is really impressive, and now I like Vocaloids. It's also really fun. It has a really like low barrier of entry, but then when you get to like, I don't know, extremely extreme, I think is the difficulty level, and it just goes absolutely insane. It's very fun. I recommend it.
If I can add one thing to that, I really like that how they do the notes on the screen, because oddly enough, Donnie might disagree, but you can weirdly watch the music video while
I can't.
I can't. I can't, and I'm good at music games.
I couldn't either.
Well, the way you played Project Diva?
Well, Novella absolutely sucks at the game.
Excuse you.
I
can do hard mode.
You can do good. Oh, you can do hard mode. Good for you.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, that's nice.
What? You know what?
I'm proud of you.
I have one question about Project Diva. Did it come with any Domino's coupons?
No, it didn't. I'm afraid not.
Motherfuckers.
And I do like Pinocchio P, Remove From. So I'm there. I like Pinocchio P, I like Inu Bakumori, and a few others. Nana Hachia, I think is their name. They kind of do like a neo swing type of thing. It's really cool.
My favorite
Kikuo is kind of fucked up, but
I'm
I
just
like them
putting
too.
Project Diva, the new one.
Yeah, there you go. That's perfect. Yes.
Well, let me just. I'd also like to throw out and say my personal favorite Vocaloid is Megarine Luca. All right, she can get it any day of the week of the month, just so you know. And there's a great song in Project Diva. I don't remember the name, but I think if you were to Google Project Diva argument over cows, there's a great music video where it's just fucking them being mad over who rides a cow. No, it was a tractor. Was that it?
Oh yeah.
Like to an R&B beat. It's great.
Yes.
I wish I could find it. That's it. I'm sorry.
All right. I'm still in the boat that 90% of Project Diva music is bad, because it is. But I can agree that some of the artists do good things with it.
To be fair, 90% of all music is bad.
That's true. All right. What number are we on? 8?
8
all right.
Is the number.
8.
I don't know how much of a game this is on its own, but man, this shit had so much soul. And coming from a community a really bad community that I've been part of for the most of my life at this point, it's Friday Night Funkin' versus V.
Hell yeah.
Because that shit, oh my god, dude. There was so much soul. Every aspect of it just feels like has so much love and care put into it. And unfortunately, this is the best V-related product to come out this year, because Super Mario World 3 did not come out. But I can promise you that if Super Mario World 3 came out, that would have blown this shit out of the water, and it wouldn't even be on this list, because that would be in its place. But man, this mod, I play a ton of music games. Normal Friday Night Funkin' gameplay is just even poorer man's fucking, what's the PC version called? It's not In the Groove. Stepmania.
Oh, Stepmania, yeah, that's what it is.
It's just like ultra broke bitch Stepmania. And Stepmania is already for broke bitches. So like, you know, when this Friday Night Funkin' game was all around, I'm like, what the fuck? Why is everyone making such a big deal of it? And I still think that. But the Versus V mod had some really cool gameplay modifiers that I've never seen in a music game, which I absolutely loved, which made it even more special. And so then, you know, you add that on top of this being this community and this garbage community and garbage culture that I've been a part of for so long that I fucking adore. And it was just like this perfect storm of video games for me. And yeah, that's and also my playthrough of the game on YouTube's got like 20,000 views, which is fucking crazy.
Congrats.
So, but yeah, this just it's so hard for me to talk about it because it's not even like an objectively quality game more per se, because you know there's other music games that are just better, but it just means so much to me personally. And yeah, that's it was just for someone like me, it was like a perfect experience. Yeah, it really was an experience tailored specifically for me. But yeah, that's my 8. The soundtrack also fucks super hard. The instrumentals are godlike. I don't listen to the I only listen to the instrumentals because I don't actually like the like vocal parts that Friday Night Funkin' needs to have, funnily enough. All right, it's to you, Will.
So to reiterate how hard my top 10 is this year, I'm actually like rearranging it like right now. So my number 8 is Monster Hunter Stories 2. Which, so like for background on this one, I'm a big Monster Hunter fan. I didn't play the original stories. I also am a huge hater of pretty much almost every turn-based RPG. I find them super boring and I'm very, very picky about them. This is like by far one of the most like original and engaging turn-based RPGs I've played in like maybe a decade. Like, it's super cool how they like translated Monster Hunter into an RPG. Everything down to like weapon types and hitting certain monster parts and all that stuff. It's super, super cool what they were able to do. And I'm sad I didn't play the original stories when they came out, because I'm sure it's like probably not as good, but it's super interesting.
I didn't know that game had any of that. I thought it was just a 100% normal RPG, so I was never interested in it whatsoever.
Your weapons matter. Your like stance matters. You can target certain parts of the monster, and you can like do a team up attack with your monster, and their attacks matter. It's really tactical and interesting.
That sounds really cool, actually.
It's a super recommend. Big recommend. I wouldn't say there's a gacha, but it's kind of like Pokemon in the sense that you collect creatures, but there's like different aspects to them. Like they'll have like rare ones, legendary ones, so on and so forth. You can like train them and stuff. It can get pretty deep. So if you like Monster Hunter but you have baby fingers and can't do Monster Hunter, try it. Or if you just like RPGs.
I keep trying to get into Monster Hunter, but I just keep dying.
just play stories. You'll really like stories. It has a softer aesthetic. Super good. Over to you, Novell.
Okay. My number, what is it? Are we on 8? Yeah, we're on 8. Okay.
Oh, no.
This is one that's probably going to make a few people move to the other corner of the room. So I'll start by saying, let me set the scene for you, okay? You are a person of age walking down the street, and Cupid is doing their thing as they do.
Oh God! Don't say Galgun.
However, Cupid accidentally uses the wrong caliber and shoots you.
Bitch just unloads.
Which means that you now have to live out your high school days bringing another gun and trying to find the one that is just for you. And as Ricky said, it is Galgun. It's not, this is just Galgun. Specifically, Galgun Returns, okay? Now, I know I'm gonna get some looks, all right? but it's really fun. It's a great time. So my favorite Galgun actually is well, it wasn't Double Twin. It's what was the one with the angel? I know they're both angels. Yellow hair. Her name's Risu. I don't know, but I didn't even know that they remade this Galgun, which is apparently a remake of the first one. Which, yay! Please buy more. I need a new Galgun. I need a fucking 5th entry, please. Anyway, it's an on-rail shooter where you go around shooting your fellow.
It's a school shooting simulator.
Yeah,
Oh
it's a
no!
shooting simulator,
Don't
but
say
love.
it like that.
You know what? I wasn't into it until you said that.
I mean, yeah, it's basically a school shooting simulator with love, and you have to shoot.
Oh, that's what they call it now.
You have to shoot your colleagues in various erogenous zones. That's just what you do. That's not me making a joke.
Yeah, like the armpit.
Armpit, leg, thigh. Sometimes you have to go really hard and give them a exorcism.
No, I don't like talking about this
That's
game.
what you had to do,
I
which
don't like
required
this.
you really zooming in on certain erogenous zones.
No.
And just really getting the Satan out of them. You know, it's great. It's hilarious.
You know, Novell, I gotta say, I've never heard anyone so exuberantly out themselves as, you know, a complete fucking degenerate.
You know, I can.
It's really
In
fun.
Novell's defense, I played the first Galgun on PS3 with PS Move. And
What the fuck is PS Move?
It's
the PlayStation Wii.
yeah, it's the
Was
Wii, but
that like the PlayStation dildo thing that came out?
that's exactly what it is. So yes, I played Galgun for PS3 with the PlayStation dildo. And it is a pretty fun on-rail shooter.
It
I
actually is
think
fun. I'm
there's
not gonna lie.
better on-rail shooters,
Yeah.
but the fact that all the girls have different weak points is pretty cool. And I can say that it is a genuinely good game.
My favorite one, just to be clear.
I think it's the second one. Or is it
Double
double
piece?
piece? I think it's...
No, it's Galgun 2. Mine is Galgun 2. That's the one that has Risu.
That one, that was the first one we played. and
That was the first one.
I was expecting it to be like really degenerate like the first one is. But the second one was actually weirdly wholesome.
What the
I
fuck?
was
That's kind of weird.
surprised.
Yeah, no, the
Yeah, the
first
second-
game's
Yeah, no,
hella
it really
degenerate.
The second one is a bit more wholesome.
I walked away feeling like, what is this? I'm like helping this ghost girl make peace or something. I don't know.
What the fuck?
It was weirdly wholesome.
No,
Ghost girl,
I did
best
forget to
girl.
mention. Now, even though the second one is wholesome, the first one, as you said,
It's not.
it's not
it is
as
not.
wholesome. You can dress up your
Tell them about when you decided to mute the background music.
No!
It was awful.
So I would recommend not turning off the background music, and if you're watching someone stream it, make sure you have headphones on, or you might have a very tough conversation. But I would like to point out that you can dress up the girls in the first one and the second one, but the second one lets you do more because you can dress them up and have them do poses and
Stop.
have them like, I don't know, kick you in the second one if you want in an outfit. I'm just saying. Anyway, Galgun returns. Please buy it because that's the latest one, and I need a new Galgun game. Let them know that we care.
I'ma only vouch for the second one.
You know what? I'm gonna say the opposite, Novell. Do not wear headphones. Don't be a coward.
Oh no,
That's not for Watch it with reckless abandon. If your mother comes in, you look her in the eye and stare her down as it plays.
Wins Guy Gun. Yes, preach. Amen.
God, I might replay Galgun 2 now on the stream just because.
Oh, it's my turn now? Is that what's happening?
Is it? Oh shit, it is.
Anyway, my number 8 is Yakuza 0, the prequel, whatever. It was my first experience with Yakuza, like, at all.
Oh no,
and I
you're
knew
supposed to
nothing
play him in
about it.
release order!
Well, that's what all of the Yakuza purists in our Discord were like, no, this one. This is the one.
They're not Yakuza purists. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Well,
You never play games in chronological order.
that's where we ended up.
Don't worry, I'll make sure Donnie has the proper Kingdom Hearts experience.
Well, yeah, you gotta play that shit release order. Everything. Play everything release order. No matter what. What the fuck? Why would you watch Star Wars Episode 7 before watching the rest of them? What the fuck?
Why would you watch Star Wars?
Honestly, that's
Anyway.
the best one of all.
I watch a lot of like Japanese dramas and like soap operas, or I used to. So I like Sion Sono Yakuza movies or like Takashi Miike Yakuza movies, and it was just like playing one of those. It has these like really sincere melodramatic moments, and then it just kind of goes insane for brief periods of time. And I love Majima. And that is why it's number 8. Just Majima. He's the whole reason. Yeah, it's Majima.
I laughed when.
Oh, the music's good. Obviously, I feel like, did I need to say that? I don't know.
I laughed when a guy blew up in his car.
Yeah, he sure did.
You know, I have to say, zero shade towards Donnie, but I'm kind of shocked to see like a traditional video game on your list.
I know, right? That's how I feel with her Spotify playlist sometimes. Just like,
Hey.
whoa.
Shut up.
Oh, so if I may interject with Yakuza, I also had a good time with it since we streamed all these.
Yeah, Novelle laughed at the blind girl just because she was blind.
She's fictional. She's
They are
fictional.
pretty funny.
I can laugh.
That
alright?
makes
She
it
has no
okay.
real feelings. But my favorite part that's gonna stick with me about Yakuza 0 is that the ending fight, everyone, I guess our Yakuza purists shit on me because I decided to use, I don't know, the guns that they gave me instead of doing a fist fight, and they're mad about that. And I'm just like, if they didn't want me to use guns, I don't know, they shouldn't let me have a fucking shotgun in the boss fight. Just being efficient.
Okay, or when you wanted to, you were doing one of the crane games, right? And you were trying to get the really difficult one, and he dropped it. Shouldn't have gotten it, but it glitched through the floor of the little arcade machine, and he got it anyway.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Rem, I didn't actually cheat in Yakuza. They just say I cheat because I use a gun. I brought a gun to a fist fight. That's all.
Like, that's just smart.
You just have no honor.
All right. Well, I guess it's back to me. Let's see. Number 7 here, huh? So this game, this is one that I was told since, and I knew since its inception that it was good. And, you know, I never, you know, and everyone says it's, oh, this game's so good, it's so good, it's so good. And I believed all of them. But, what I did not know is that it was even better than what everyone said. And that game is Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. This game was insane. I still can't believe how good it is. It's such a quality experience from beginning to end, and it never lets up. The game is just so quality from beginning to end, except for Beepo. I want to smash Beepo with a hammer, and I hate him, and I hate that he's gonna be in the next one. But this game's fucked up. It makes me want to play more Rabbids games, and I hate that.
That's scary.
Yeah, it's so
XCOM
fucked
though?
up.
I'm disturbed.
Isn't it XCOM though?
It is like one of the coolest XCOM clones ever because it's all about movement.
Rabbids are the minions of video games.
And I'm
Yeah,
not gonna lie,
and-
that's why I don't want to continue.
And they're extremely charming, and I hate it.
Rabbid Peach is the fucking best.
Everyone is so charming in the game, except for Beepo.
I
But
actively wanted Rabbid Peach in Smash.
dude, the game, it's fucked up how good that game is. Like I said, people always talk about how good it is, but like it's actually as good as people say it is, and that's the fucked up part. Because I went into it thinking like, oh yeah, I'm sure it's an XCOM clone. It's probably gonna be pretty fun, but then it was like really, really fun.
But Ricky, Rabbids took Rayman away from me.
Listen, we got Rayman.
Rayman Legends.
We got Rayman Origins and Rayman Legends.
Rabbids.
If
was
we
the
had-
death-
If that's all we get and we just keep getting really soulful Rabbids games, I think I can live, like Mario plus Rabbids games, I think I can live with that.
Rabbids were the death of 3D platformer Rayman, and my heart cries to this very day.
Wait, hold on. Ricky, did you play the Donkey Kong DLC?
I have not yet.
It's also really good.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to go on sale, but it's definitely gonna be something I play. Oh fuck, it's so fucked up how good it is. I hate it. The game's
That's like
it's
when I'm looking forward to the second one so bad.
It's so obvious how much the people working on that game loved those IPs. And it's crazy. It shouldn't be, there should not be as much obvious love in that game as there is.
It shouldn't exist.
Yeah. And you know, I'm happy that it does, because it's very fun. It's just good. It's just a good game. It's a classic, fun, good game. And that's fucked up. On to you, Will.
All right, we're getting into my indie block. So, since I quit streaming, I was able to play a lot more indie games this year, which was a huge plus for me. So my number 7, right?
Yes.
Number 7 is Sable.
Ooh, that's on our playlist.
Yes, I want to play that so bad.
Wait, what is it?
Okay, so Sable.
Sable.
Imagine Breath of the Wild, but without combat, and it leans into exploring like 100%. You get a cool motorcycle. It's like really interesting, kind of like vaguely Arabic, kind of like cultural thing. It has an amazing art style. And it's just so comfy and nice. Because you're this character who just is on this part of their life where they just go and like discover what their, like, for lack of a better word, career choice is going to be. And so they just leave their village and explore the world and just find out what they want to be. And there's like and you have to do different quests. If you do 3 of the same type of quest, you get a new like mask to wear. And at the end, you decree what you want to be. And it's on like an interesting, like, not post-apocalyptic, but kind of like post something fucked up happened. I can't really say it because it'd be a spoiler, but it was really interesting. Visually cool, controls really well, and just super, super hyper comfy. I super loved it. It was really great.
I got excited when they announced that one of my favorite bands, Japanese Breakfast, was doing the soundtrack. I lost my shit.
The soundtrack's
pre-ordered
fantastic.
the vinyl.
The
We haven't
soundtrack's
played
great.
it yet, but we pre-ordered the vinyl. Haven't even played it yet. Doesn't matter. I love Japanese Breakfast.
I think you will absolutely adore it, Donnie.
Oh, I'm sure.
It is just walking around the game. But
Wonderful.
in like a really good way. I don't know how to explain it.
Like how Death Stranding is walking around, but in a good way.
No, this is an actual video game. No one says I'm Princess Peach in this game.
That's fucking thank God, dude.
But yeah, that's my number 7.
Well, shit, I guess it's me, and kind of, you know what, on the same topic, I'm going into my indies, and my indie is kind of something about careers. So my number 7 is called Going Under, and
Yo, I love Going Under.
yeah,
That shit bangs so hard.
It bangs. So it's my number 7 for a multiple of reasons. So gameplay wise, it's, you know, a roguelike. I'm sure you've played a lot of them, but the catch is you're an intern at a tech startup, and of course this tech startup is trying to not go under. You don't know that at first, and I'm not going to get into super spoilers because I really think you should play the game, and the characters themselves are wonderful, and the dialogue it hit. If you work in IT, if you work in IT, if you are an intern or anything, please play this game, because I play novels on assist mode in real life. I have something to say about that. So I had one of those like, oh God, this is my life moments, and it was kind of a funny way, but also in a, oh god, this is really my life, in a sad way, when there was this one bit of dialogue, and it's just one of the jokes, it's not a big spoiler, but what it was is, hey guys, we released a new app. And before we could even finish testing it, apparently it was missing key features. It barely worked, and somehow we don't understand why. All of our metrics are down: customer happiness, customer CSAT, SLO, a bullshit metric. And I'm just like, where I was working at the time, that was literally happening to me, and I was just like, oh my god. I need to do something about this.
And then Novell quit his job.
and got a better one. And I have been basically stress-free since, and it was really good for me. So going under, its story hits home. I only recently beat it. I've had it for like, what, 2 years now? I couldn't beat it on stream for a multitude of reasons, but I did beat it offline. It was heartfelt. And the fucking crab games, I think it's what
Aggro crab.
Aggro
Squid
crab,
Game?
that's what they are. Yo, Squid. That's just Mario Party. They definitely. I'm glad that they were able to make another game. I forget what it was. I know we played it, but I don't think it like stuck. But it's a great time waster. It's more than a time waster. It's a great just fucking game. Play it from start to finish. Now, the one thing I will say about it is there is a mirror mode. I don't know if that's what it's actually called. It's been a while. I played through the game, the main storyline, from start to finish without using assist mode. However, mirror mode is a whole fucking different beast. I've made a joke with a few people in my Discord because they don't know yet. I guess this is a slight spoiler for mirror mode, but you unlock it really quickly. So 3, 2, 1. Okay, so mirror mode is basically you go in without any items, any of your like stats that you give yourself throughout the main game. And it's fine for the first like 1, 2, or 3. However, the gimmick with mirror mode is that it adds more ridiculous shit to yourself each time. So for example, you start with 3 HP and you gotta keep moving. Also, enemies also do double damage. Also, enemies explode. It's a bit too hard. It really does. It's fun, but it's hard. So if you actually want to beat mirror mode, listen,
you have to put on the training wheels.
You have to dig deep.
I want to say you just have to get good, but I looked it up because I was like, I know I'm not the worst at video games, but I know I'm not the fucking best either. And the consensus online on Reddit and Steam forums is that they added mirror mode in the work for home update, and you know, it's kind of to extend playtime, but they didn't really get it, if that makes sense. So most of the game community does turn on assist mode because you need more than fucking 3 or 2 hearts with half the shit.
Okay, Novell.
That they need. They do. Listen, all right. I have an open challenge to anyone. If you have going under, please send me a fucking VOD of you beating the highest level of mirror mode without assist mode. I would love it. I'm not saying it's impossible.
All right, but what do I get?
You can probably Google it now.
Because we both know that I can do it.
I really don't think you could.
What?
I really don't think you could.
Okay.
Oh my.
That was a challenge. Okay.
We throwing money down on this?
I will. I'll throw money down.
How much money are we talking? Is Ricky gonna have a Merry Christmas over here? Or like, what are we talking? What are we talking?
I will. How about we start at $30?
I don't know about that one, cowboy.
$40.
Maybe.
50.
I also don't own the game.
About
50 and I throw in the game.
Oh,
yeah, I'm about to say. Like it's a really good game. It's a fun time.
It's really charming.
Who knows? I might have it. I always have random keys on Humble Bundle.
Tell me, if not 50, and I'll throw in the game. But yeah, that's my number 7. If you're an IT or anything like it, please play it. You will laugh and you will also cry at the same time.
And yes, Displaced, we did play Subway Midnight. It was very cool.
We didn't get the best ending, though.
No, we did not. We got the bad end. Oops. That's our bad. Anyway, my number 7 is a Nier Replicant 1 point whatever. Fuck you, Yoko Taro. I just really enjoyed revisiting the game. And it's just, I love Nier. It's stupid. It's absolutely insane. And none of it really makes any sense. The lore is... I
also laughed at the blind kid in this one.
Oh yeah, you did laugh at the blind. Leave Emil alone. Fuck you. But I love Emil. The soundtrack is absolutely gorgeous. And it's just, yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed revisiting it. It brought me a lot of joy to just see it all again, and I enjoyed it. It made me appreciate Brother Nier. I was purely a Daddy Nier purist for a very, very long time. Just like, Daddy Nier, fuck Brother Nier. No one likes Brother Nier. But I've decided Brother Nier is not that bad, even though he wants to fuck his sister.
Oh no, he's not that bad, but
he's not
Papa
that bad.
Nier is just so much better. That's the problem.
Absolutely, no, I agree. But I still enjoyed revisiting the game and seeing it in its entirety, because I don't think I finished it when I played it way back. So I enjoyed being able to revisit it and everything looking a little more crisp. I liked listening to the music again. I love the world. It's fun, kind of out there. It's a fun game.
Donnie kind of introduced me to the Nier series, so it was my first time playing Replicant. Hardest
Emil's
boss
crush
fight.
on Nier is cute.
Oh, it's so good, dude. No, fuck, dude. In the original, in Gestalt, when at the fucking wedding, when Emil's asking if he's ever been married, and he's like, it doesn't matter. And he's like, it matters to me. Oh, fuck, dude. It's so good.
Yo, is that the one with the waifu 2B in it?
No. That's Automata.
Who cares?
Anyway, Kaine is so much better than 2B. Fuck 2B. Kaine's where it's at.
I like 9S more than Brother Nier. But I
do love 9S.
What I'm gonna say is, number one, the hardest boss fight for us in that game was actually typing in Nier's name.
You guys are fucking idiots.
But also, playing through the Nier series, thanks to Donnie, has made me realize, because she loves. I'm slowly getting her into getting interested about Kingdom Hearts, but going through Nier,
he showed me a clip of Mickey Mouse getting like choke slammed against the wall, and I'm like, all right, I'm in.
But going through that, I'm realizing that her Nier is basically my Kingdom Hearts. So because of Nier Replicant, I'm making sure that we play Kingdom Hearts, aka my Nier, and you can. I'm gonna get some real shit for this, but playing Nier Replicant, you have to prove me wrong. Fucking Nier is Sora, Kaine is Donald, and fucking Emil is Goofy.
No,
I will do nothing else about it.
No, stop.
Don't say that, because you're right.
Thank you. So anyway, that's her number 7, and that's why we're gonna be playing Kingdom Hearts this year.
Oh God.
That's fucked up. I hate that you just said that and that I see it perfectly. Fuck. It's just like, it's that exact dynamic, but like minus all the sexual tension.
Are you sure?
Yes.
It's minus the sexual tension.
Sexual tension.
Fuck,
I've seen
dude.
some A and V's, Ricky. I'm just saying.
I really don't like that you just brought that you just said that.
I know I'm right, and I'm excited.
That's why I really don't like it.
I like how Ricky put down Nier, but worse.
That's because
He's not wrong.
The original
but it's still
version
really
is
fun.
so much better. Yeah, it's good.
It's still fun. It's still fun.
I can't wait to do the overused bit of every time we see a Heartless in Nier in Kingdom Hearts, and just be like, wow, look at that fucking Replicant. Weird.
You mean like how you called the Shades Heartless the entire time?
Oh my god, that
just
sounds
like
so
that? You mean just
fucking
like
annoying.
Every time we see a pixelated heart in any video game, he's like, is that Undertale?
Oh my
if we see
fucking
a mirror,
god.
if we see a mirror in a video game, Novelle's
It's
like,
still you.
Oh my god! I get so mad. I'm officially mad.
And we're not even halfway through. Fuck. Oh, all right. I'll get to me now. All right. So this one's a game that probably no one here. I think only people that watch me play this and will know what this fucking game is. It's I Divine Cybermancy. Oh man, this is a old it's a fuck. Why can't I remember the Half-Life engine? Source game. This is an old Source game, not made by Valve. It's made by some fucking Euro jank squad, but oh my god, this game is so good. This story, crazy. Do you guys know of Cruelty Squad at the very least?
Sounds
heard
familiar.
of it.
I have no
Alright,
idea.
I'm gonna do a quick Google search.
People say, oh, like, oh, that's a schizo game.
Yep.
Like people
Yeah,
are like,
I've
oh,
seen it.
Cruelty Squad's a schizo game.
What is that? It looks cool.
It's the one that has like the weird, gross heart life thing in the corner.
It's not a schizo game at all compared to I. I is an actual fucking schizo game. It 100%. It is. It makes you legitimately start doubting everything everyone tells you, including yourself. It's so fucking crazy. And I had such a good experience with the game. I had a bunch of people help me out through the more cryptic parts of the game, because getting like the true ending's actually kind of dumb. But I had people help me out with like almost zero to no spoilers whatsoever. And the ending of this game was fucking incredible. It was the point where someone in my chat, it was Idiocy, who's, you know, usually a big part of this chat, but I was asking him what to do because I thought there was more to do, and what he said was, there's no gameplay left, but you're not done with the story. And so I went on this like hour-long journey of piecing together all of these like little clues that this game gave me to like to put together this huge twist of the game. Oh my fucking god. Let's see how many hours I have in this game. I have 33 hours in the game right now. I would say that getting to this story conclusion in total, from like the beginning of the game to the very end of the story, and finding it out for myself, was like 28 hours. And the last like 2 hours were just me like going through old video footage and like going to key parts of the story and like trying to put all of this shit together. And then it like all came together at once, and like, oh my fucking god, it's so good, dude. I cannot recommend this game enough. It's not like super hardcore. It's super fun. And yeah, it's not like super hardcore. It can be pretty a pretty easy game, especially if you like turn down the difficulty and stuff, but the story and the gameplay is super freeform. And there's just so much to do and explore, and oh my god. It's really good. I cannot recommend it enough. You can block bullets with a sword.
I'm in. That's anime enough for me.
It sounds right up my alley.
Oh yeah,
I
you
love
two
pretentious, esoteric bullshit. That's my favorite thing.
You two
really
would
sink my teeth into it.
love it.
I'd have to look up like a video
I
of
think
it.
I think you would like it too, Will.
I'm having trouble like imagining it.
It's kind of like Deus Ex in terms of gameplay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's just a bit more janky, but it's.
I'm a big fan of jank.
Oh, dude, there's this one clip I have. Here, I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up and share it to you guys because it's so fucking funny, and it's just like the perfect example of like how jank the fucking physics in this game are. Let me see here.
Throw it.
Fuck, I'm like going through all my stream clips. Ah, here it is. This clip is so fucking funny. I'll post it in the chat for everyone to watch it on their own time. But oh my god, it is pure comedy. Do I remember choosing my starting stats?
Cool.
Yes, I remember choosing my starting stats and even worrying about all of that. There's a mental balance stat that should tell you everything about the game. It's really good. I highly recommend it. It goes on sale for really cheap too.
We have that Steam Winter Sale ongoing forever.
Show them the Schizo HUD. I'll let them figure it. I'll let them find it on their own. In that video I just sent, it's a normal. That's the default HUD. But there's a full HUD. It makes almost no sense whatsoever. I fucking love it. Yeah. I play Divine Cybermancy. It's got co-op.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Oh fuck.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
If you guys ever play it, I'll co-op with you. I'll drop everything. I'll stop midstream to play Divine Cybermancy co-op. But yeah,
Also PvP. Oh god.
on to you, Will.
All right, my number 6 is Ring of Pain, which is a roguelike. It's really hard to describe. So it's a typical roguelike where you gain upgrades and gain stat boosts as you go, but each level or stage, I guess, there's a ring of cards, I guess we'll say. And these cards represent enemies, and you can either attack them and they'll attack back based upon your speed, or you can just go around them and go down either way around the ring. And as part of the ring, there are multiple exits. And for sometimes you want to just get by and get to certain cards to get treasure and rewards. And sometimes some enemies are you can't go around them. Some enemies will hunt you down. It was really unique and interesting. And I just found myself addicted to it for about a month and put nearly 150 hours into it.
Damn.
It's so weird and interesting. It has a cool art style. It has a really, really fucking weird horror motif. It's so hard to describe. You have to look up gameplay of it to get it completely. But it's mechanically really interesting and unique, and it has this just weird as fuck kind of almost Dark Tower-esque kind of vibe to it. It was one of the more interesting things I played this year, but I just put so much hours into it. Definitely one of my new favorite roguelikes. On Game Pass, Ring of Pain. Go check it out.
By the way, everyone should get Game Pass. That shit's crazy. Anyone that plays a lot of new games should get Game Pass.
They gave out
Think
tons
about it.
Novell, if you want, you can have my login and just use my PC Game Pass. I don't use it.
Oh shit, that's right. It's on PC now. I was I don't have an Xbox. I don't know why. But I can't use it.
Isn't
Apparently it's on
PC Game Pass $7 or something?
It's so cheap.
Well, it's number 6, right?
Yeah,
this
this is the one place where we actually lined up perfectly coincidentally.
The one. And kind of once again fitting. Thank you, Will. It's gonna go with us just perfectly fine. Our number 6. I want to start it off by saying it's a horror. The best way I can describe it, a horror card game dungeon crawler.
Yes.
Before I get into the actual name of it, I just want to make it clear I'm not one for card games. I the most in my card game experience is with Yu-Gi-Oh! And that was basically from the anime. And even at that point, if I were to play a game, it'd be a weird, shitty off-brand RPG game, or that old online dueling thing, and we would just play with basic as fuck anime rules, which means not playing the actual rules
Which
of
means
the game
no
itself.
rules whatsoever.
To the Shadow Realm.
Exactly. And so the game that I'm surprised that we both, at least I really enjoyed, and I think Donnie did as well.
Yes, I really did.
Is called Inscription.
Yes, Inscription.
I really want to play Inscription. I just don't want to.
It's also on my list to play soon.
I just want to wait for a console version.
The atmosphere is thick.
So we can't tell you.
We really cannot say much about it at all without spoiling it. And you deserve to go in completely blind and experience that yourself.
But what I can tell you in terms of, the game itself, even telling you the mechanics is kind of spoilery.
It is. It really is.
But the only thing I'm going to say is the card design, and it's kind of eye-opening because we did an itch.io night where we go through random games, and there were some Inscription likes out there.
Yeah.
The card design in Inscription is so fucking incredible because you could literally read a sentence of how to play the game, and then you look at the cards, and it's easily identifiable what each thing does. Each card fucking stays in your mind. It's easy to read. It's great. Not a lot of. I feel like card games have very overcomplicated designs, or even if it's not overcomplicated, there's this big push in the center, and then they kind of try to be, here's the bottom left, here's the bottom right. Inscription's card designs just work as a whole fluidity. It's great. And the other thing is, I'm actually now interested because of how Inscription tells its story and how it wants you to play the game. I'm actually super interested in dungeon crawlers now. I'm trying to find similar games like it with, out the card thing. No luck on that yet, but if you play Inscription, you will not walk out disappointed. And I highly recommend, playing it with the lights off. Maybe don't look into the eyes of who you're playing against that much. And also, I hope you don't have an attachment to squirrels.
Yeah, I hope you don't like squirrels. The only thing I would add is that the soundtrack is so fucking good. It has been a long time that I've heard a horror game with a soundtrack that I just like, It's that really almost Southern Gothic vibes. It's so great. It's so great. I love it.
Even if you don't have it, I don't think it's on Switch. It's just on PC right now.
It's just PC to my sheer grin.
I honestly recommend getting it on PC, not because of any graphics reasons or anything.
It feels like it's meant to be played on PC.
Yeah,
to be honest.
It's just drag and drop. Again, it's so simple. It's not. You don't need a controller for it. So if you're waiting for that, I don't think you need to. Just grab it, jump in.
I'll wait for the phone version.
The phone version. I don't think it can fit on a phone.
I'm sure it could. By the way, Novell, if this has awakened in you any kind of card games are kind of cool, play Slay the Spire.
That's one I hear recommended. I also, I'm sorry, let me put myself from further back in the room. I was also thinking of maybe giving Legends of Runeterra a chance. The League of Legends card game.
If you're into Inscription, may I recommend the other game from this developer, Pony Island?
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, we played that.
So we tried playing that. It was mainly to get Donnie into it. She couldn't get vested, I don't think.
No, it didn't grip me like Inscription did.
Yeah,
it was
they're
cool
very
conceptually,
different.
though.
Yeah, they're very different games, but that's just one of his. I think that's his first game that he made up, that he put on there, that he had on Steam at the very least. I know.
Yellow bringing up his My Little Pony again. Oh shit, Ricky, what's your favorite pony? What's your cutie mark? Let's go.
My pony is beating your ass. My cutie.
You Pinkie Pies?
I was about to say something I really shouldn't have.
As a complete aside, Novell made me watch the new My Little Pony CGI movie. I fucking hate him for it. How dare you do that to me? How dare you?
This?
How dare you?
Hey, I need to show her what they were doing.
Movie, the MLP FIM movie. That movie's good.
I wanted to watch the series.
No.
It's good.
Donnie, this is why you're a rarity.
What?
You're such a fucking rarity. Oh
anyway.
My god.
So was that both of your sixes?
It was.
Yeah,
yes.
it was. Yes.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to double check.
There is one lineup today.
Yeah. I always love seeing how different all of our lists are. Let's see. What's my number 5? Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Halfway point.
My number 5. This game felt like it came out of nowhere. I kind of hate how this how the community around this game has become, but regardless, I still think the game is fucking incredible. It's Cruelty Squad. This game, it's such a mess in the best way possible. Because like the game plays really well. It plays really well. It's super fun. The controls are super tight. But the like tone and environments, the environments feel like LSD Dream Emulator in how they're so strange and abstract, and the music is just like so grating at times and out there, and it all of these like super clashing aspects of the game just come together perfectly and seamlessly blend together, and it is, oh, it's so good. And you know, there's very little story to the game, and I don't think the story is the part anyone should be paying attention to, because I feel like far too many people are getting stuck on the quote story of the game and not appreciating it for how it's just this insane mishmash of things that somehow still perfectly come together. And it's got fishing. And the fishing is huge. It's got fishing, it's got a stock market, it's got an organ market that's just a stock market for organs. And you know, the basis of the game is just assassinating targets, but that's the least of the things you do. Also, Gorbino's quest. It's a really good game. I can't it's another game I highly recommend. It's definitely not for everyone. It is a pretty hard game. It's got quite the learning curve to it. It's extremely unforgiving, but it's really rewarding, especially once you start to like get the hang of the game. The dialogue, the game's hilarious. All of the dialogue in the game is very funny. The environments are super fun to explore and just like find. Secret hunting in the game is amazing. I found almost everything in the game completely on my own, just because I had so much fun exploring the environments and just walking around and seeing what I could find. But yeah, it's a really, really fun game that I very much recommend.
I've never heard of it. I gotta check it out.
Yeah, it's dude, it's fucking crazy. The first time you play so to walk everyone through my like first 45 seconds of gameplay, and probably less than that, but you know, you start the game, it looks fucking crazy. You hit the mission select screen. It's fucking crazy. You get into this first mission, like the music's fucking pumping. I got into the first mission. I walked forward, opened the door, tried to shoot a guy that had a gun, and then exploded. And then the music just fucking went crazy, like as if my computer was fucking falling apart. And right away I was like, damn, this game's fucking insane. I have no idea what happened and my ears and eyes hurt. I need to keep playing this shit. I lived my first mission lasted about 20 seconds and then I fucking died and I don't know how. And it was amazing. Every second of it was awesome. But yeah, Cruelty Squad's super good.
All right, so my number 5 is The Wild at Heart. So to like put this in like a really understandable term, it's an indie Pikmin, essentially. But so take Pikmin, make it 2D, and give it like an Adventure Time-ish art style, but maybe like a touch darker, or like a touch or two darker.
Oh shit,
and
that's
that
cute.
would. Oh, I think you would absolutely love it, Donnie. But it's really, really great. Yeah, it does, honestly. It's just it's full of like I'm gonna say wonder, or like, is a good word for it. But it's really similar to playing like one of these like kind of darker undertoned contemporary cartoons like Hilda or Adventure Time, and it plays like Pikmin, so you have these little sprites you take around and do stuff with. There's like 4 versions. Oh my god, who just died?
Our cat.
That sounded like a shotgun blast. But I don't know, it's really, really great. It was like one of the first things I played after I like stopped streaming, so it just meant a lot to me because I got to like really just kind of like melt into it and really just like absorb it and enjoy it. It was like a really great experience. Big cozy.
Hootie Pikmin does sound kind of cool. Wild at Heart, you said it was called?
The Wild at Heart.
Wild at Heart, okay.
Super great. Big recommend. It's maybe like you can beat it in maybe like 15 hours.
Oh, that's not that bad.
I over like the second half of this year, I've really come to really love games you can beat in a weekend. Like 15, 20 hours is like perfect length. Love it.
Nice. All right, on to you, Novell.
Ah, shit, it's me. Can I say what mine is, but then discuss it a bit later?
What the fuck do you mean?
I guess.
You need to go take a shit or something?
Okay. Mine,
This is one that's on both of our lists, but I have it a little higher.
or lower, rather. Higher? Yeah, higher.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I was like, can I say what it is and then just discuss it again? Okay. My number 5 is a game called Your Turn to Die.
I feel like I've heard of that. That name is very familiar, but
So Your Turn to Die is we have Danganronpa, but at home.
Yeah, it is it is store brand Danganronpa.
But it is great. The best thing I can say about this game is, in a way, it's one big JoJo reference.
Wait.
Oh no.
Explain yourself.
Okay, so the way that the plot goes, without going into detail, is just that every time you think it's one thing,
Oh, yeah.
there's
okay.
always another thing. So it's like, wait, I thought you were doing this. What do you mean you were doing this? But wait, then you said you weren't doing this, and now we're doing this. And you would think you would get exhausting with how many like head turns that it fucking does, but it just keeps you more and more intrigued. What it is essentially is, like I said, so we have Danganronpa at home, but it revolves around, how many characters is it? Like 8?
No, there's more characters than that.
10?
I think. I don't
12?
remember how many there
I
are.
don't know. There are 10 plus characters.
There's
who
a bunch
find-
of 'em.
who find themselves in this game location room.
Yeah, it's a game location.
And they all have these fancy hot collars on their necks, where by the time you get to the end of the game room, like with any good diplomatic system, you will have to make a vote. And you know what's great about voting? The majority wins. And if the majority wins, then someone has to lose. Remember that fancy collar? Well, something fun happens with that collar. And you're gonna rinse and repeat that ad nauseum until your heart breaks. Because, for example, you have, I don't know, a furry? A little furry named Dean.
Oh my god.
Who thinks he can do everything.
Shut up, he can do everything.
But unfortunately,
best.
life hits that
He's my favorite furry.
Life hits that kid real fast.
He's the only furry I love.
It actually is just an engaging story. It's Danganronpa at home, but like it's different from Danganronpa. Like they're good enough. You can easily see where it's like, oh shit, this is just from Danganronpa. But it's either better or it's like
So I definitely have way more to say about it than what Novell, or very different things to say. So
yeah, different things I would definitely say. There were some women who would kill me, which also bumps it up to a 10. The names are stupid. You have a character named Sue Miley. I'll let you.
Oh, and there's Rio Ranger.
Sue Miley is a easier one. I'll let you guess at what that's supposed to sound like.
Would the game be as impactful if you hated every character?
Actually, it's ideal if you hate some of the characters.
Oh yeah,
fantastic.
How do you feel about redheads?
They're a blight on our society.
Oh, perfect. You'll love your turn to die. Don't worry about it. Anyway, Donnie is probably gonna say better things than I have to. I just enjoyed the characters, but I can't remember them at the moment.
Okay. You love the characters. Can't remember who they are, but they were great.
They were. It was a great. The game memory wipes you with so much shit it throws at you. Jesus Christ, I can't remember it all. But when I was there, I was living the time of my life.
It is really good.
So that's my number 5.
So what you got? What is my number 5 is actually just a demo. It's the demo for Tomorrow Will Be Dying. This is the first time in my life that I've played. Well, the demo was 8 hours long. First of all,
Jesus,
I was not expecting that. But it has one of the most it has this gorgeous, warm art style. It's Tomorrow Will Be Dying.
Will.
Not like we will, but like will, W-I-L-L.
Yeah.
It's not a coherent sentence.
I don't want to die.
It's essentially a college life simulator, but you're a traumatized shut-in is the main character. Love those. I love traumatized shut-ins, 'cause same. But it has this gorgeous, warm art style. The characters are so incredibly engaging. Like, I've never been so invested in just figuring out how to make ramen in this little shitty apartment. I don't know. The music is really wonderful, and it's the first time that I've played a demo of a game and I've actually just very closely followed the development, because I'm waiting for the game to be here and to see how much work they've been putting into it. For such a small team too, it's really impressive to see them rework all of these animations, the backgrounds from the ground up. It's just beautiful, like almost watercolor style, but just a little more rich. It's not very washed out. It's very vibrant. I absolutely adore it. I adore everything about it, and I can't wait for the full game to come out next year. I'm ready. Please.
All right.
Just wait for it to be delayed.
Oh, I'm sure. If it's delayed, I will understand. The animations that they're putting into this are just so beautiful and smooth.
All right, so my next game, I feel like this one is a bit of a cheater. I don't know. My opinions on this game were that it was not nearly as good as it was, because it had been like, over a decade since I've played it. And playing it again for the first time in so long recently was like eye-opening almost, in the fact that I had just misremembered this game so much in so many ways, because I always thought it was a good game, but playing it again this year and very recently, as in like a week ago, I just finished it up. It made me realize that it's not just a good game, it's a fantastic game, the best in its series by far, and that is Ape Escape 3. A game I did grow up with and played quite a bit, but there had been such a big period of time where I didn't play it. I had just always thought, oh yeah, Ape Escape 3 is really good, but Ape Escape 1 is the best one out of all of them, easily. And just playing it, Ape Escape 3 again, it's the best of the series, easily. It's such a magical game, and it's got so much soul, and it's so funny, and it's stupid, and it's silly, and it's just a fun time. And it even goes as far to have a mini game in it called Metal Gear Solid. That's just a Metal Gear Solid clone, and it's got It's got Pippo Snake and it's got actual Snake in it, and like, I think it's actually canon to Metal Gear. But it's really good. And playing it again just made me not even nostalgic for the game, but it made me nostalgic for Ape Escape as an entire series. And it just makes me, it made me sad that this is where it kind of all ended. But also, it's kind of one of those bittersweet things because where it ended was such a high point, you know? I don't know if they could have done better than Ape Escape 3 with how good it is. But, you know, just more Ape Escape content would be nice.
You obviously never played Ape Escape Academy on the PSP.
I have played it, and I'm playing it again very soon, and I don't think it's gonna be as good as I remember it being.
Ricky, you need to very seriously consider what you're wishing for, knowing Konami.
What about
Jinko Machine?
Sony?
They're gonna bring back
Ape
like
Escape's
Ape Escape NFTs.
Ape Escape's a Sony game.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
Konami just had crossovers with them for some reason.
Okay, well,
I'm not
Ape Escape's gonna
actually
have
sure
a daughter,
why.
and it's gonna be like a Naughty Dog game then.
Yeah, that's why I don't think modern Sony could do it. It's been too long. It's too late for more Ape Escape games, which is why I say, you know, it ended on a really good note. Ape Escape 3 was really good. Ape Escape devs made Astro's Playroom. I've heard that's really good, actually.
I don't know. Have you seen all the monkeys?
Release.
Have you seen all the monkeys with
trilogy?
NFTs?
Yo,
Monkeys are
yeah.
back. They're popular now.
Yeah,
Monkeys
did you know
are back.
someone lost all their apes recently? They got hacked and lost all their apes. So, you know, I guess that's Ape Escape 4. So that's kind of base.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ape Escape 3, fucking amazing. It's hard to play nowadays because the game's kind of rare and it doesn't emulate super well. But if you ever get the chance to play Ape Escape 3, I cannot recommend it enough. Ape Escape 1's very easy to play. Ape Escape 3 is a little harder.
Like, if I ever get a chance to play them, I definitely will. Hopefully they'll get like a HD release or something.
Fuck, I hope so. I hope it's not the British voices.
British voices are the best voices.
Oh, I refuse to play Ape Escape 2 on PS4 because everyone's British.
So my number 4, and it could be higher, but it's number 4 because my top 3 all have like a theme to them. But my number 4 is Monster Hunter Rise. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it, probably the definitive Monster Hunter game for me. Like, it just takes, okay, so you take World, which is not a simplification, but definitely like a streamlining of the Monster Hunter formula. And then you have Rise, which adds all these abilities to like move. They add the Palamutes. They add just so many movement options, and all the levels have a great verticality to them. And they kind of did in World, but they were really fucking annoying in World. Because in World you got around with like the slingshot thing, and it didn't really work as well as like the sling bugs. But I don't know, I can't really say anything bad about Rise. It has a little bit of a lack of content, which I say that having put fucking, 400, 300 hours into it. So it feels weird saying like, there could be more content in this game with my
when you put several hundred hours into the game.
Yeah, but it's just so fucking good. It looks gorgeous on the Switch. It's a miracle how well that game runs, because I know for a fact there are more monsters on screen than there are in World, and World fucking destroys last gen consoles. So I have no idea how it's running on the Switch. The fucking Resident Evil engine they made is really, really mutable and great. But yeah, I would say definitive Monster Hunter for me. Like, if you haven't played it, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's like the most approachable Monster Hunter's ever been, which is kind of what they've been doing more and more. So if you're like intimidated by the series, just give Rise a try. And the Monster Hunter community, as always, is one of the friendliest communities in like gaming or ever, and they're always willing to help out newbies, which is also really refreshing. But yeah, this was a super easy one, but yeah, Rise is fantastic.
I guess that goes to me then. Ooh boy, my number 4. What's my number 4? Oh, this is a fucking layup. This one's easy. So my number 4 is, it needs no introduction. It is Halo Infinite.
Ooh, interesting.
I would actually, to really get how I feel about it, there's this YouTuber named Chris Raygun who did a video on Halo Infinite, and he says a lot of the things that I'm gonna say, which is that this actually feels like a sequel to Halo 3 because it's more physics driven. It's more it just feels like Halo 3, but like proper. Like a proper advancement of all the physics, all the item placements. I actually love a lot of the AIs that they added. I forget the like triangle one. His AI is actually a Akechi from Persona 5. I don't know the actual voice actor's name. Sorry. But man, the way the game feels, it's like I'm playing Halo 3, but like updated. I know the Master Chief Collection is out, but fuck that. This is my new favorite Halo. I know that it's like my favorite Halo because I decided to fucking put on the edgiest playlist I can that was just filled with, 2000s music, Linkin Park, Breaking Bad, you name it. And I kid you not, I might just make a shitty old school Halo AMV with Movie Maker. I will, because that is how it makes me feel.
Record with Bandicam.
Oh my god, I should do that. I really should. It's just, it feels great. There will be a Coming Forge mode as well, which means, dear God, we're gonna have things like Jenga and fucking zombies and everything else. It's just a great time. I can't recommend it enough if you were like, I like Halo 3, didn't really vibe with Reach or Halo 4 that much. Like, there is sprint in Halo Infinite, but it's not really make or break like it is in the other game. You can choose to completely not use sprint and be like, what, 0.1-0.2% slower than someone who is using sprint.
It's so minor, it's really funny.
Exactly. It's great. I love the armor pickups. Everyone likes to talk about the fucking, grapple hook, like, oh shit. Yeah, grapple hook is fun, but just in general, I like the repulsor. It's a fucking...
The repulsor, when you do it correctly, is so fucking cool.
I know.
You feel like such a fucking badass when you, like, get it correctly.
There are still some guns that I don't... Jesus, cats. That I don't, like, get. Like, there's the gun that's kind of like an alien shotgun, but it's bouncy balls. You're not really supposed to use it as a shotgun, but you know what? Fuck it. Anything up close is a shotgun. Snipers are the best shotguns. Don't at me. Don't fight me. I guess the only bad thing that I can really say is if you're hoping for the same kind of like free customization that you did in Halo and the other ones, that's not really here because colors and helmets are locked behind a current battle pass, which means very, very...
Jesus fucking Christ.
Our cats are causing havoc. They don't
Your
like
cat
Halo.
sounds like it's bad at being a cat.
But they added the cat ears. How can they not love it?
Which means you do have to go through and slog through some matches and or get a battle pass so you can get all those customizations. I'm not a big fan of that either, but let's be real. I'm fine just being a red Spartan with some other fucking colors, and it's good. I love it. There is a campaign out there. I haven't played the campaign. I don't even know if it has co-op. If it does have co-op, all three of us need to play that. Yeah, no, if you're just looking for a really nice pick up and play shooter that is akin to Halo 3, if you like that, that's where I first started. I know people like Combat Evolved. I can't speak to it. I've only started from 3 and up. Sorry, please don't fight me. Go for it, you know? It's great. Grab Hammer is okay. It doesn't really act like a grab hammer in terms of when you hit it, but hey.
It also doesn't sound as cool.
Yeah, it doesn't. But Forge mode will be coming. I'm sure we can play baseball. We can play fucking the basketball map, all right? That's gonna be great. Fucking fantastic. 343 finally got their shit together. Made a proper Bungie sequel. I'm happy. And that's my number 4.
My number 4 is Necrobarista, which is a kinetic visual novel, and it was the first of its kind that I'd ever sat down to like really read. I've always done like visual novel adjacent things like a Persona or Danganronpa, where there's a little bit more going on other than it literally just being a book that moves and you push a button sometimes. And I was so surprised by how much I genuinely enjoyed it. It was unfortunate the way it was marketed, because it marketed itself as being just like better than all those other perverted visual novels, thus alienating like the one group of people who would have actually bought their game. That's another story. And I hate that they did that to themselves. That was just such a bad move. But it is kind of a magical realism story set in Australia in a little cafe that is purgatory. The dead are allowed to gather there and reflect on their lives for 24 hours, and then they must pass on. And the characters are so genuinely charming. And I enjoyed the cinematography and the overall art style, and the music is composed by Kevin Penkin of Made in Abyss fame, so the soundtrack is fucking amazing. It's genuinely a really good read, and it's not very long. Highly recommend it if you just want to sit down with something kind of cozy and interesting, and I don't think it'll really go where you think it will. It's a nice one.
Don't read billiards though.
Don't read billiards. don't read billiards.
All right.
So you described it as a what kind of interact?
Kinetic?
It's a kinetic visual novel. So it's like,
does that just mean it's GIFs instead of still images?
No. Think of like posing with characters like 3D, and it
there's
moves
a lot
around
of
a scene.
Really dynamic cinematography as well.
Huh.
It's if you just want to sit down with a really good piece of fiction, I think you can't go wrong with it. It has a really interesting atmosphere.
I saw the trailer for it on Switch. It looks interesting.
It is, and for some reason, Commander Video's there.
Yeah, I love him.
He's there, so just
love Commander Video.
That's hilarious.
We love Commander Video.
We stand Commander Video.
All right, top 3 time.
All right. Well, this is I don't know if this is gonna be a surprise to anyone, honestly. But my number 3 is Battletoads. I know that people always talk about how funny, haha, Battletoads, it's so funny. But this game is, this game's a Nintendo game. It is not a Nintendo game. This is a Super Nintendo game, easily. It is beautiful for a Nintendo game. It feels so unreal. It feels like a ROM hack game because it's constantly jumping. Most people, you ask them what Battletoads is, they say, oh, it's a beat 'em up, right? Dude, Battletoads is a beat 'em up for like 1 level. The rest of it is a racer, a platformer, a puzzle game. Dude, this game's all over the fucking place. It's crazy. And the fact that it's a Nintendo game is it's out of this world. This game feels like, it does not feel like it was made in the fucking 1980 whatever the fuck. When, I don't know when Battletoads was made, but I know NES was around 1980s, in the late 1980s, but this game feels years, decades ahead of itself. It feels like a game that could come out today by an indie studio and people would think it's great. So it's really sad that the game has this stigma behind it, that it's just like funny meme game, because it's a genuinely incredible game. It's you know, obviously the difficulty's through the fucking roof, but it's a completely beatable game, and without even continues. When I finally beat the game, I obviously I don't have any way to track my hours playing the game other than my streams, but it's about like from start to end, it's probably like a 45-minute to an hour game. But the journey without using any save states or anything like that was like probably like 10 to 15 hours. I'm not totally sure. And by the time I was done with the game, it was like I would not die a single time until I got to like whatever the fucking final level was. And it was just such a well-tuned game. The controls are so tight, and it's just such an amazing experience. Nintendo games, some of them were on some other shit. Rare was on some other shit back in the day. They really were. And Battletoads shows that, because they made a Nintendo game. They made a Super Nintendo game on the Nintendo, and it just massively impressive what they did with that hardware all those years ago, and that it still holds up gameplay wise today. I have a copy of the game now too. I own a physical copy of Battletoads.
You put it on a chain.
Wear it around like a fucking T-Pain necklace.
Hell yeah.
F-Frog. Alright,
So-
over to you, Will.
So as I said, my top 3 have like a theme to them. My top 3 are like sequels to games or series that I like forgot I had such like a passionate love for. And as these came out at different times in the year, I like super dove back into like this series or this franchise and like kind of rediscovered why I love it so much. But my number 3, and I think this will be the only other like cross list similarity, is Halo Infinite.
Hell yeah.
Although I will say, unlike Novell, I played the multiplayer for like maybe a dozen hours or so, and it's really fun. Definitely a successor to Halo 3, but the majority of my time has been set in the campaign, the single player. And it's so weird to talk about it because the single player was missing a lot of stuff at launch. It doesn't have co-op, it didn't have Forge, but to see it in such like a messy state or like an underbaked state kind of made it more endearing, if that makes any sense. And also knowing that those things are coming later does make it better that those things are missing. But so Halo 5 no one really likes, at least not like in terms of the like the campaign. Everyone hates that campaign because it makes no fucking sense. And it sucks. But Halo Infinite basically took what happened and put it in the best possible spin for the series. It keeps so like the main things that I've always stood out to Halo for me in like the shooter space is that Halo is like it's like it has like a mystery, it has an air of mystery to it, it has an air of like unknown, and it has like an air of tragedy to it. It's like those two main things kind of like define Halo feel wise. Like, atmosphere is thick in really good Halo games, and it is here. So I think in that sense, they really finally captured like the essence of the series. Because like you start Halo 5 and it starts like a big like action scene, like out of like Avengers or whatever, and it's like kind of embarrassing. It's like, oh, okay. This is like a Mountain Dew commercial. Cool. But Halo Infinite's very like kind of like slow and like a little mesmerizing. And I thought that pacing was really cool and they brought that back really well. And so the biggest like thing about it is that it's kind of open world, and the open world nature of Halo Infinite, and I know this is like super cliche to say, but it reminded me of Breath of the Wild, not in the sense that it has like the same like climbing or like gliding mechanic, in the sense that it like has this idea and it shows you this idea, which is like open world Halo with all its vehicles and the grappling hook and how you move around, and you feel like this is really good, but it's like just scratching the potential surface of what this could be. And that's how it's similar to Breath of the Wild in my eyes. But unlike Breath of the Wild, where it was just a one and done game, we have that sequel coming out eventually. Halo Infinite has the premise of like it evolving over time, and they're going to update it for like a decade apparently. So I'm really, really interested to see what it will become, both in multiplayer and single player. Because I know for a fact as soon as co-op drops, it's going to be a complete blast. Because another thing Halo Infinite really does is it wants you to fuck around, which is the best part of any like potentially open world game. But yeah, it was a really great experience. I really loved it. I 100%ed it, which I haven't done for a game in like so long, and I'm super looking forward to what it's gonna be later on.
I actually had no idea that they were planning on updating the game for so long.
I think they have the best possible system where they're gonna have their like free-to-play multiplayer that all the whales will dump money to, and they'll use that to fund the single player.
Can I also just tack on, because I forgot, but since you mentioned evolving, I'm glad that we have either evolved or default with the armor style. Again, the armor is close to that of Halo 3, which is my favorite armor look, because it works, it's easy to see, it's nice to look at. So I'm really glad they went with that instead of the
Yeah, I would say like at least for Master Chief, I think he's more in his Halo 2 design, which is purposeful because that's the big nostalgia one. But it does look great. Like I know 343 wanted to like do their own kind of art style with with the Covenant and like the entire game as well, and it did look good, but I am kind of happy they went back to the classic look.
Only he could have gotten to Smash.
If only. That was a sad day.
Travis isn't in Smash.
Oh no, he is.
No, don't say it.
Alright, that's mine.
Do it, Displace Lucidity.
Oh,
Do
shit.
it. Read
Then that
Necrobarista.
means
It's really
it's
good.
Mine.
I cried.
All right, well, my number 3. Listen, again, Ricky, I don't know what you're talking about. This is the year of the monkeys, all right? We have NFTs, which I don't care for, but monkey-related, monkey-adjacent. And thankfully, my prayers once again were heard, because we have Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. All right.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ, it is everything that a remake / remaster / collection should be. The presentation is fucking wonderful. It's hip, it's new, it's snappy, while also going back to some classic things. Like my personal favorite is the monkey designs. You can choose to have the original GameCube monkey monkeys. All right, which say what you will about GameCube, which you shouldn't have a lot of bad things to say about the GameCube era. I love a lot of the designs, the cube designs of like the monkeys there, even like Luigi's Mansion kind of, you know, and Super Mario Sunshine. They're kind of rough. They're not just perfectly smooth. It has a charm to it. And my favorite thing about Super Monkey Ball, if you must know, my favorite Super Monkey Ball is Monkey Ball 2, which goddamn is in that game, the mini games included. I really loved, and I can't describe it, but around that era of gaming, developers liked weird shit. They liked weird backgrounds. They liked weird stages. And Super Monkey Ball 2 is like a perfect time capsule for that for me, because, and I'm glad they kept it, you can pause on any of the stages and they're just breathtaking to look at. The first variant in Super Monkey Ball 2 is like this jungle with a giant fucking waterfall surrounding the bottom where the monkeys inevitably fall and die. My personal favorite is the bonus minigames. Sorry, not bonus minigames, bonus stages, where if you pause and look at the stage, you'll see the sun fucking having a menacing or happy grin for a second, then it gets terrifying and the moon just beats the shit out of him. It's
what the fuck are you talking about?
What do you mean? What am I talking about?
What are you saying right now?
That sounds amazing. I can't wait.
Go to the bonus stage in Super Monkey Ball 2, click the view stage button, the sun and moon will transition in a way that is just beautiful, like Kirby, but like far more graphic. I love it.
I really wanted to get this game, but I didn't. I'm sad.
I was almost heartbroken because I was stupid and I thought that they forced it so that you had to use gyro controls. You don't, thankfully, which would have ruined it for me. You can use a regular controller. The feel for it is actually intact. It feels very similar to Super Monkey Ball 2. Not Super Monkey Ball, just I guess they all kind of felt the same until after Super Monkey Ball 2. I think the controls got a little bit more rigid. So they kept that. They have a whole bunch of accessibility and fun options. For example, you can have it so that your character can jump, which was, I think, added in Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, which you think is some weak shit, all right? Which I agree, but my other favorite thing about Super Monkey Ball 2 is the player expression. And what I mean by that, kind of like with WarioWare, is with WarioWare, it was intentional in how you can solve the maps in different ways. With Super Monkey Ball 2, it's not really intentional, but if you can think about it and do it, you probably can. For example, yeah, there's a giant slide where you can ride your monkey down in a corkscrew fashion and get to the end of the goal. Or you can say, fuck that, I'm gonna fucking make an MLG fucking gamer clip and jump off the side and just land directly into the goal. Yeah, so what if it's gonna take you 100 tries? Doesn't matter. You'll get it eventually, and when you do, it feels fucking great. Make no mistake, this game, at least what I played, I'm a Super Monkey Ball 2 fan, I'm sorry, it's the best one for me. It will make you mad because you will spend so much time trying to fucking beat hard mode. You're just gonna keep going over and over and over again because it demands so much of you to have pitch perfect? That's not the right word.
It's a fine word.
Pitch perfect accuracy, I guess. You cannot wiggle your stick a centimeter in some of these things, or else you will fall and fucking die and start all over. How many times can you hear Fallout without it getting on your nerves? That's the real challenge of Super Monkey Ball 2.
I wanted to cry.
Yeah, I forced Donnie through it. You have to get like a badge of honor.
I sat there and I would just be so mad and just stewing over this one level for like 30 minutes, and I'm so pissed off about it. And I'm just like, I hate this fucking game. I'm never gonna play it again. I'm gonna quit. I hate it.
But then you keep doing it.
Yes, then I beat it, and then I just keep playing other levels.
That's what Super Monkey Ball is. That is the bread and butter. And when you went away from that, when it stopped becoming challenging, I think it was Banana Blitz where it basically held your hand. That's where they went wrong with the series. Super Monkey Ball 2 and before it, they were essentially built as arcade games because they used to have a timer specifically in those stages, and it was made with the idea of, hey, come on, you have a certain amount of lives. Don't you want to do a continue? Come on. You just got to beat this stage, and then you don't, and then you cry and you're out of quarters. Except now you can do it for free. As many times as you want. No lives needed. Infinite time. Enjoy the blood and cry. Super Monkey Ball 2, or Super Monkey Ball Banana Deluxe. Banana Deluxe. Is that what it's called? I don't even know anymore. It's Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. I'm sorry. It is the Dark Souls of arcade games, as far as I'm concerned. And if you haven't at least played Super Monkey Ball 2, play Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, because it has it. Also, it has pool, which Super Monkey Ball taught me how to play pool.
Okay, but also, they fucked up Monkey Flyer, the one where you have to hit the targets and land on the targets.
Okay, yeah, they did change the physics from Monkey Flyer.
Why'd they do that?
Monkey
I'm
Target.
sad about it.
That I am sad.
That was
about
the best
that.
game. That was my favorite.
That game was actually godlike, and now it's terrible. I hate it.
That is a shame.
Breaks my heart.
But everything else, you know, it's great. You can also, they also added some bonus characters. I'm sorry, I do love my GameCube variants, but also there's something really cute about being Tails, you know, running through Super Monkey Ball levels. Fuck Sonic, Tails is the way to go.
You should just be a Dreamcast running through Monkey Ball levels. That's the cutest thing to do.
I could do that, but you know, either way. Yeah, that's my number 3. Get it, play it, experience it. Specifically the Super Monkey Ball 2 variant.
It's on my list. I really want Monkey Ball.
Okay, my number 3 is Your Turn to Die, which I'm going to say right here, right now, is absolutely better than Danganronpa in every way.
Ooh.
Completely.
Ooh.
Like anyone, like
Spicy.
sometimes the store brand is better, and we all know it.
You're gonna upset a lot of 12-year-olds with that one.
But it's the thing that really just grabs me with Your Turn to Die is it makes use of its huge cast. You cannot say that about a lot of other death game types of stories. They just don't, especially the like earlier characters who die, they're cannon fodder. They don't really matter. They don't design them to matter. And that is incredibly unfortunate. Your Turn to Die has this, for better or worse, ability to get you completely invested in all of the characters. Even a dude whose name is Qtaro Burgerberg. And he's a bastard, and I hate him. I don't care about his redemption arc. I fucking hate him. And hating the characters I would call it a feature. It's good. It's good to hate them. And all of the characters are genuinely shitty to some degree or another, and they do incredibly shitty, sometimes irredeemable things. And I like these very complicated interpersonal dynamics that the characters have. And the game never shows any sort of bias to certain characters where this person's bad things are more redeemable than this person's. It's all treated very, very equally, and it's something that I appreciate. I also appreciated that there was a little more to the death game itself. There's a lot of different rules going on with like different cards that the characters will have, like a sacrifice card, and you have to kind of work around that. It's very interesting and genuinely stressful, and it also has moments where the choices you make actually matter and will change the direction that the game goes, which cannot be said for other death games like Danganronpa, where what you do does not fucking matter, and the characters that died during the first trial didn't fucking matter. Your Turn to Die does not waste your time.
Excuse you, Mikon mattered very much.
No,
to
she
me.
did not.
I love it. Is that
Anyways,
a character
it's-
with giant bazongas?
Maybe.
Because if it is, then she matters. Donnie.
Thank you.
No.
My man.
No, she fucking sucks.
Fuck you. Leave my girl alone. And Junko as well.
All she
matters.
does is cry. No one likes Mikon.
I like Mikon.
No one likes her. All she does is cry. But
She's also a nurse.
I've also never. It's very rare that there are little kid characters that I actually like. Most of the time, little kid characters are fucking annoying.
Never too late for an abortion.
But Geen, who is a furry, just like actually is a character who is a furry, he's the best. I love him so much. And he says meow and woof after everything he says. I shouldn't like this character. I should fucking hate him. I should be ecstatic at the thought of him perishing and never having to see him again. But anytime he was put in harm's way, I would have a meltdown. I love him.
That's how I feel about Rabid Peach.
I'm gonna take a minute to like the art direction. Your Turn to Die is not good. Your Turn to Die is very, very rough around the edges, and there's some interesting anatomy in places, and I don't think the artist knows how to draw hands, which same, I understand. Hands are very hard to draw, so some solidarity there. But everything being really set in these really surreal kind of environments, I'm gonna spoil one of the would you call it an execution? What would you even call it?
A vote.
Anyway, these weird cosmic space worms suck someone to death. No more blood, no more organs, just a skin sack left over. Why did that happen? I don't know why that happened. It does. It's interesting. If you're interested in getting into a death game, just skip Danganronpa and do Your Turn to Die.
That's good to know. Noted.
I still stand Danganronpa.
Is it because there's
But
no
everyone
big...
else stands Donnie Novel.
Is it because there's
Think
no
about
big
that.
Bazonga characters in Your Turn to Die?
Oh no, there are.
Oh, they're definitely, yeah, oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. There's plenty of titties. The man titties too.
The best
Titties
kind.
for everyone.
All right, well, moving to my number 2. This is a game. Oh, that's loud. This is a game that reignited my passion for fighting games as a whole. Because, you know, for a while there, I was kind of bouncing between a lot of different fighting games and kind of just playing them like whatever, just to not to pass the time, but just to play them, I guess. I don't know, man. But Ultra Fight Da Kianta 2 reignited my passion for competitive fighting games.
We
in
have to stream that.
every
No, please.
way.
I've never heard of this.
Love it. It is a free-to-play fighting game. It's completely free. It's not. There's no pay. There's no payment needed, no matter what. But it is absolutely amazing. There's so much depth. There's so much player expression, character expression. It's such a good fighting game. It's just a good, fun game, and I can't recommend it enough, especially since it's free. That's huge. Free game, best game. It's like if Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo and like Adderall had a child, and like Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo's already fucking cracked out, so this game's like turbo. This game's like turbo times a million. It's insane. It's got like it's such a love letter to fighting games too, because the developer is developed by a single person, but the developer just puts in all the things they love from other fighting games in it. So it's got like Guilty Gear Roman cancels. It's got Street Fighter it's got like Third Strike parries. Tons of the characters have moves. It's got Capcom versus SNK styles and ratios. It's got tons of characters just have like direct moves from other characters in other fighting games. It's such a love letter to fighting games, and it's surprisingly balanced, and it's just really worth your time. Unfortunately, the scene for the game is pretty small, so it's not easy to find games, but it is really good.
I really like the story mode.
Dude, the story's fucking crazy.
I I'm still coping with that.
We have to, like I said, we have to stream the story mode.
Yeah, you guys gotta stream the game. It's great.
And we will, of course, voice act to our
Please
best
no,
ability.
please no.
Let me
I
be.
don't want to.
Let me be Maso, and then Donnie can be Masako.
No.
It'll be great. Yeah.
I guess I'll have to look that up. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, free on Steam.
Maybe a mild
free.
seizure warning, but that's a feature.
Only a mild warning?
Yeah. It's got a lot of flashing and spinning and
There's an option to turn it off, though.
yeah, there is actually. But yeah, godlike
right.
game.
My number 2 is, as I said, these are all things that were like I loved previously, and they reminded me why I loved them. My number 2 is Metroid Dread, which I know tons of people really wanted this sequel. I'm really excited when it came out, when it was announced, and oh my god, it's so good. Like, not only did Dread give us a like fantastic like 2D Metroid game, which I think a lot of people are having trouble letting go of Super, and I understand that. I like it more than Super, but a lot of people will agree it rivals it. But it not only is a fantastic 2D Metroid game, it also like redeems Samus as a character by how she was portrayed, most notably in Other M, and how she is like portrayed and like characterized here is so subtle.
She's so badass.
And so good. And she talks once, and it's in Chozo, and it's so fucking good. It's like difficult, but it's not like insurmountable. It's so close to perfect. I loved every single minute I played with it. I did 3 playthroughs. I'm waiting to go back and do like the hardest difficulty. But man, like I couldn't ask for a better like comeback than Dread. It was so fucking good. And that is my number 2.
I still have to play Metroid Dread. I haven't bought it.
It's so good.
I know I shouldn't even bother waiting for a sale because that game's never gonna go on sale. But
I'm gonna break the rules a bit for my number 2 because, god damn it, I had something else for my number 2, but hearing Will talk about it. My number 2, because fuck it, it's gonna be Metroid Dread as well because I played it through someone else. All right.
Yeah.
I watched Mr. Vinny Vinesauce play through Metroid Dread. So I played it vicariously through him. But that's not to say I don't want to play it. It actually, watching his playthrough has made me want to go through all the Metroid games in order and then come back to Metroid Dread. I absolutely... Wow. What do you mean? Thanks for that number 2, Ricky.
Can confirm.
What? I'm gonna murder.
You can't do that. That's a hate crime.
Oh my. Anyway, I love the way that Samus was characterized in Metroid Dread. She's just so fucking. I always viewed Samus as kind of Master Chief, but more robotic, and like Will had said in Project M, she kind of fucking. What? Metroid Dread didn't play? I played through someone else. She kind of, as anyone will tell you, she kind of went from this strong, independent character to a character who relies on someone for basically everything and just loses really any power she has. And so seeing her personality in Metroid Dread was just like, oh shit, now I need to main Samus in Smash too. Like, they did top 10 games you play. I guess you did. Listen, okay, it's a really good game. And now I want to play all of the Metroids because of it, okay? Seeing the way Samus fucking, her character is done right. She fucking has a goddamn missile launcher. She looks at Kraid and she's just like, yeah, what are you gonna do? And then just stands there and shoots him because she can. I love that. All right, I love it, okay? Technically speaking, you know what? Remove, you're kind of right. I didn't watch Donnie play Inscription. She watched me. All right.
That's true. I did.
All right. So fuck.
But I
that.
helped you.
Well, you know what? I helped Vinny. I helped that view count.
For some reason, I feel like you didn't help Vinny
quite a lot. To be clear.
But yeah, no. I also I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but I do think. I'm sorry that I watched someone play. I'm gonna play it. All right, I'm gonna play all of them. I also like the mechanics of the game. They do seem very acquainted to speedrunning. Not that I am a speedrunner, however, but it does seem like if I wanted to go fast, I could. In terms of sequence breaking, I'm glad that they kept that alive. In Metroid Dread, for the longest time, my recommendeds were just filled with sequence skip, sequence skip, sequence skip, and most of the time, it feels like newer games, unless they specifically think about the speedrunner, there's not really, they don't cater to it. Like, you can do something to glitch a game. It's just like, nope, you can't go that way. Fuck you. Sorry, we want you to play the game we intended. But they seem to embrace like glitches, even in like future updates to the game. They don't really patch out the things that speedrunners find. They leave it in it unless it's like a actual bad fucking thing that breaks the game, which I support. The only reason we're on Rocky territory now. So Metroid Dread is that good of a game. It has made me, I watched it through someone else. I played it through someone else. I'm playing it myself, and I'm playing through all the other 2D Metroids as well. All right? So it deserves to at least be number 2 on my list. What do you mean? Why are you laughing at
I'm laughing at Rem's comment.
Whatever. The over here was like, I'm gonna put a book on my list and the Let's Play. What do you mean?
Oh fuck.
I'm feeling attacked. All right, I'm feeling attacked. I don't appreciate.
It's okay, Novi.
Well,
I can back
I
you
help
up.
him sound out the
It's
words.
a great game.
There we go.
Okay, great. I've now bought it. So there, I've played it. I booted up the start screen. Are we happy now? I played Metroid Dread.
All right, don't worry, I corrected your list. Everything's straightened out now.
God damn it.
All right, my number 2 is, I don't think anyone's surprised by this at all, is Omori. And if you were to tell me that it's overrated, I'd say you're right. But it just...
I was about to say that, so I'm glad you said it first.
But it just does absolutely everything that I like. I love RPG Maker games. I especially love RPG Maker horror games. And Omori just, it does all of the things that I...
Yes, thank you.
I would actually say if I had to other than, Earthbound, but if I had to pinpoint what it likely took a lot of inspiration from, probably things like End Roll and things like Hello Charlotte. They're very, very similar. But I very thoroughly enjoyed it. The soundtrack is absolutely gorgeous. Unfortunate that the composer is a piece of shit. The soundtrack's very good. It's too bad about that. I enjoy those sort of psychological horror stories. It's very nice. It made me cry.
I like the part where you have to open the cat.
No, I don't like opening the cat.
Open the cat.
I often wonder how the creator of Earthbound feels. Like, having his series come out to little fanfare, and then all these indie developers get so much fame and clout from just copy-pasting his game.
I enjoyed it. It's fun. It's very accessible. I enjoyed the, like, I guess almost a Pokemon-esque typing system, but it's emotions, I guess. The enemy designs are super adorable. They're very cute. I don't feel great about having to kill them. That's not my favorite thing. I don't like killing things, especially cute things.
I do. I love Kirby.
As much as I do love Omori, the one thing that probably stopped it from being my number one is the twist. I hate this incessant need that people feel to have these really big, oh my god, plot twists for no real reason, when it would have been more emotionally impactful if they just played it straight. But other than that, I adore Omori.
All right.
We're at number one, folks.
At number one. So this one is yet another game that no one's ever fucking heard of. The right song. It's not the right song. Maybe it's this song. All right, here's this song. All right. This is a game no one's ever played. I can promise that one. So, a little backstory for this game. I played this game as a young lad. I didn't remember the name of the game for a very, very long time. And it's a PSP game. And I barely remembered anything about it except that I really, really liked it. And that it was way too hard for me. But almost everything about the game except the name itself stuck with me for well over a decade. And then I finally found out the name of this game and the series.
Was it Lemmings?
It was not Lemmings, you fucking buffoon. and I decided, you know what? I'll play this game finally. Like, PSP emulations come a very long way. It's really good now. And so I might as well play it. And man, it's devastating that this game is so unknown, because it is incredible for what it was made. It was so ahead of its time. This game is Rengoku, the Tower of Purgatory, which was the first game, and Rengoku, the Stairway to Heaven, which was the sequel. And I put them both at number one because I didn't want to take up two spots for the two games, because they would have been 1 and 2. These games are fantastic. They are what you would now call today Souls-like games, where you progress, except it's very roguelite in the fact that you progress through floors and you collect weapons and things from the enemies that you fight. The really cool part about the game is that the weapons that you get are just your body. They just attach to your body and are your body parts. So if you get a gun, you can attach it to your head, and you just have a gun embedded in your head now. And the designs for this game are so fucking incredible. Like, this game's insanely aesthetic, and the first game's honestly a little rough around the edges. Not even a little, it's super rough. But the concept is there. In the way that, you know, you progress through floors, fight enemies, get to the bosses, and if you die, you lose everything you have on you. Your experience stays with you, but all of your weapons that you have, which are the most key parts of your character, you lose all of them immediately. And the only way to get them back is to make it to that same room and beat the enemy that is now there, that has your entire loadout, except you will get one item off of them max. So it was a very ahead of its time game in terms of that formula, because it was critically torn apart for how difficult it was when it followed a very similar formula to many of the games that are out today now. And the second game, I played the first game, absolutely adored it. The second game improved every little thing. Every complaint I had about the first game, the second game fixed. And the soundtrack was, it didn't hit as high of highs, but also it was a much more consistent soundtrack, and it was a lot more diverse. So the second game was just overall a better game. And it was just as incredible with the huge variety of loadouts that you could have and the huge differences in gameplay styles. Then the story between the two games is very interesting as well. It's you know, kind of a generic story of what's it mean to be what's it mean to exist kind of thing, and just like why should you exist, and just as a general question. But it doesn't take that like really pretentious route that a lot of games do. It was a very down-to-earth story, which I really enjoyed. But man, this game was something special. And I finished the second game. The second game ends incredibly with this it's almost it presents itself as like a quote endless mode, but it very obviously shows you that there's a huge end game coming up. And I finished that, and I got the secret ending to the game that it does not hint towards at all. You just kind of have to use your instinct and intuition of everything that's happened in the story so far to figure out what you're supposed to do at this very end point. And it just ends in such an incredible way. And it's a fantastic pair of games that unfortunately never got the end to its trilogy. It was going to get a PS3 sequel. The third game was going to be a PS3 game, and it unfortunately got canceled. And since then, I think some of the developers went to work on I think at fucking whatever Swery's studio is. So they're still out and around doing stuff, but unfortunately for this series, the end came far too early for it. But I urge you to check out the Rengoku series.
There's an alternate universe where Rengoku 3 was the Dark Souls.
Dude, oh fuck, don't even say that. I'm just gonna get sad again.
Now, I will, if nothing else, I will definitely watch your VODs on those. Those sound really interesting.
They're intense. They're so fast-paced and just fun. It's really good. They're really good games.
All right, before I do my number one, Bella, do you want to tell everyone your favorite game this year?
A tie, though.
You can, yeah.
One of them doesn't count because it's really just an update.
Yo, No Man's Sky?
The update of Isaac has a special nomination.
Fair.
And Cozy Grove. No.
She doesn't want to get up, but
Cozy Grove!
her favorite game was Cozy Grove. It makes Animal Crossing look like horse shit. That's her her one sentence review. Play Cozy Grove if you like Animal Crossing. Throw New Horizons in the trash. So my number one is, it's like a once in a generation, maybe like even once in a lifetime sequel to a game, and it feels like a magnum opus in lots of ways to like the entire like catalog of the creators, and that is Psychonauts 2.
Ooh, that's a good one. I haven't played it yet, which is why it's not on this list.
I love the first Psychonauts so much.
I always found it
is
ugly.
so good.
It's good.
If you think Psychonauts 1 is ugly, then you are correct, but it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Psychonauts 2 is so fucking incredible, like on every single angle. It looks really great. It got snubbed for visuals at the Game Awards, but every single level is like so completely unique looking and like interesting, and it just plays with its medium so well and uses its interactivity in so many cool ways. Like I can't really quantify what I liked about it. It was like everything. It was such a build up to like where the story was going. I was looking forward to like it narratively. I was looking forward to the next level. I was looking forward to like experimenting with all the abilities and gameplay wise. It's so the biggest downfall for Psychonauts 1 is that it was a really cool world, but it was like not a great platformer. Here it is like an on par with contemporary, like really great 3D platformers. They basically just continued the feel of the first one, but like scrubbed everything else up to like a mirror shine. And it's so amazing. It's still surreal that it happened. And if you haven't played it, please go play it. It really needs to be appreciated. Although I think it did much better than the first one. But I think it'll still always have that kind of like indie darling status, even with Microsoft's big bank account behind it.
I can't wait to play Psychonauts 2. I'll say that much right now.
Good.
I have not gotten around to it because I don't want to Game Pass it. I want to own the game. But
that's fair.
I am so excited to get to it. Like,
I think it's coming to other platforms next year.
Oh, okay.
So if you're a PlayStation person, you can play it on there pretty soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, please do. Super
Everyone
good.
play Psychonauts and Psychonauts 2. Play both of them. They're both fucking so good.
Ugly.
Fuck you!
But it's endearing, Novell.
It is. It's very. I can't do
unique.
Psychonauts 2 until Novell plays the first one.
You fucking sit that boy down and you fucking play Psychonauts and be happy about it.
Well, damn. I guess that goes to me. Before I do my number one, I would like to give 3 quick one-sentence honorable mentions and 1 dishonorable mention. So let me do that real fast. My first honorable mention goes to short piece, Renko Sugumi's Longest Day, the weirdest runner game I've played. It was a hidden game on PS3.
It has a Pop Team Epic energy.
It's very great. Very normal hero style. You'd love it. My next honorable mention goes to Super Mario Party. Good job figuring out online, guys.
They did it.
And my third honorable mention, this one is a little bit more than the sentence, goes to Mustache. Specifically for its custom songs, which, and I quote verbatim, "You need a software called Mustache Custom to play, which is developed by a group of crazy fan players in China. To get it, you must meet the skill requirement of hard, almost insane. You have to buy the DLC. You must record a video to prove that you meet these requirements." And should you pass the review and make access to the songs, you need to be level 250 plus.
What the fuck?
That is real.
That's goddamn wild.
My dishonorable mention goes to Phoenix Wright for being fucking boring.
It is boring, I agree.
I thought I'd like it. I don't. It's just fucking boring.
But Novell, what about Balan?
Balan. Balan is neither honorable nor dishonorable. It just exists. Poor guy got fired though. Oof.
I like the one song they have. The only one they have.
I like that all buttons are jump. Now, with that being said, my number one hot fucking game goes to where's my list? Guilty Gear Strive. All right.
Dolphin.
Now I know that, yes, Dolphin. It's all about the Dolphin, non-stop Dolphin. Also, I could put this game on number one alone, just for the fucking OST, My Password is Out of the Box is the best goddamn lyric I've ever heard. Anytime.
The best one is Bark, Bark, Bark.
Oh, Bark, Bark, Bark. That's a good one.
That's the best lyric.
Guilty Gear songs are not a stranger to having weird, obscene lyrics. But Guilty Gear Strive, it just fucking, it hits. I have that whole soundtrack. Guilty Gear Strive is what actually, next to Ava, is what made me actually get into collecting records, because I just loved the OST so much. Outside of the OST, if you look at Guilty Gear Strive and you don't think that it is the most prettiest goddamn anime game, the hair alone, the hair and lighting, how did they make that magic happen? That is just fucking, I don't know. Of course, the character designs are honestly my favorite character designs out of the series.
Really?
I think they are better than Zerd. I
Really?
I prefer short hair Lightning Boy compared to long hair, and I definitely like May's still kind of basically the same, but I still like her a lot. May is my favorite character, of course. Don't at me. Dolphins for life. Story mode. They're coming out with more of the story mode later on, but Jesus Christ, it's a movie, and I think more fighting games should do that instead of a half-baked story mode. Just make your story mode a movie. It was entertaining. I fucking love, I love Happy Chaos. That man is great.
He's just the Joker.
He is the Joker, and I'm here for it all day. He even stormed the Capitol.
He did. It's true.
Did.
That's canon.
He's fucking great, and his design is great. He's the latest added character as well. In terms of gameplay, a lot of people don't like the UI of Guilty Gear.
Yeah, the Guilty Gear and Strive is dog shit. That's why. What the fuck?
I like the Strive UI, and I like the gameplay.
I preferred Exerd. It felt better to me.
I actually, maybe I didn't play Exerd enough, but I like it. Strive is definitely simpler, and it also focuses more, at least I think, it doesn't focus as much on combos. It's more like getting decisive hits, and I'm fine with that.
No, it's about combos.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you want to play after this? I'll show you how much it's about combos.
I just need like 5 good hits and it's GG, I'm not saying I'm good at it. I could be, but I don't know. It's just a game that oozes with style and love. As from what I understand, the man who makes the music is the man who fucking pioneers the game story and everything else. Daisuke Iwata? Is that his name?
Daisuke Ishiwatari?
Ishiwatari. Listen, I know it sounds like I don't know a lot about the game for it to be on my number one.
He steals the best melodies from classic rock music. You're
It's
right.
great.
It is really great. His music is really good.
It's fucking awesome. I don't know. It's just a game that I feel like you can recommend to anyone, kind of. Like, there's definitely a character there for you. And also, weird thing, I actually really like how they do the black character skins. They actually look really good. Oh god, I'm dying. Which I don't feel that way about a lot of character skin options. I usually feel like they're tacked on, but I rock Black May every day, and I feel good about it. It's fucking perfect. Also, you just have a straight up.
Novell is allowed to say Black May.
I am allowed to say that. And also, big black samurai sword is also pretty cool. That's a good one. I really think that if you had to play a first-time Guilty Gear game, I'm sorry, I'm a filthy casual. All right, I know probably Zerd or what was it, Accent Core? Is that the other one people like a lot?
No one's yelling at you for liking the gameplay. Everyone's yelling at you for liking the UI.
Well, I like minimalist UI. It tells me what I need, and it's clear.
Listen here. You fucking look me in the eye and tell me anything about Guilty Gear should be minimalist.
Okay, no, it's minimalist, but it's not. I love the fact that fucking counter appears giant in the screen.
Yeah, that's fine.
Great.
Look at the health bars. Look at the burst meter. Look at the wrist gauge. Look at the RC fucking meter. It looks like garbage. It looks like pop culture bullshit.
You know what it makes room for? The fucking game. I love looking at May and the backgrounds and everything else.
Yeah,
It's
exactly. And you
perfect.
don't like looking at the UI.
I don't listen. The UI just becomes something to see if I'm close to death or not yet. All right. I
Yeah,
don't
and
need
then
it to
when you are, you should look at the UI and be like, "Damn, that looks badass. I'm about to die."
I'm not thinking about that. I'm just thinking I'm about to die. I need to start mashing,
You're
man.
supposed to look at the
I'm
burst
gonna need a
gauge.
head-to-head comparison on this one.
You're supposed to look at the burst gauge and say, "What the fuck does that say?" And your friend's supposed to say, "Oh, that says burst." And then you go, "That does not say burst. Those letters are just a fucking bunch of squiggles."
Instead, I'm just like, have you seen Giovanna? Look at how the lighting bounces off of Giovanna and her hair.
That's not
You
what
see
we're
that fucking
talking about.
shadow
We're
dog?
talking about the UI.
Well, that's what I mean. The UI is so. Listen, if I could, this might be a sin to some people, but in training mode, I turn off the UI and I just play.
Because it looks
I
bad.
No, I do that with a lot of fighting games. I just turn off the UI and just feel it out, you know? Well, like you're watching a fucking game demo. It's fun. All right? I'm fine with the minimalist UI. But honestly, I would recommend for Guilty Gear Strive, do the music first. Then,
What do you mean do the music first?
because the music is great. Then hop
Listen.
into the story mode, all right? Then, after you've done that, go ahead and play the game. That is my preferred order of how you really get into Guilty Gear Strive.
Don't play the game, watch a Let's Play.
That's not what I said. I said music.
Oh, fuck.
Then the story mode, which you can watch you can watch the story mode on YouTube for what it's worth, and that's
I mean, that's
kind of
because it's a movie.
yeah, it's a movie, so that's okay. But after that, then play the game. It's good. It's a good game.
Okay.
Faust looks fucked up. I don't know what happened to him between the two
I
last
like
games.
Faust. I'd let him operate on me in a back alley.
Lucidity, I get that question a lot, and I still don't have an answer for you.
Lucidity's just met you, and it's like, why?
No, listen to the OST, then watch the movie, then play the game. Get it right. That's the order. Yeah, that's my number one.
Can't believe you.
Is it time for my
Take
number
us home,
one?
Donnie. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm gonna have to out myself as also being a absolute fucking degenerate, because my number one game is it's a Denpa Eroge. First of all,
Yes, I know what both those words mean.
Was that pig Latin?
so a Denpa, the genre, the subgenre, is kind of like a it's, you know what Serial Experiments Lane is?
No.
Here, well,
Okay,
let me help you out, Donnie.
it's a genre of things that are set through the perspective of someone who is actually fucking insane.
Oh, so
me-
it's
let
like
me help-
I Divine Cybermancy. Okay, I'm on board.
No, it's like LSD on PS1.
And an eroge is yes, thank you. Prinny's got it. Prinny's got it. It's an erotic game. Anyway.
Will, do you know the I word that they banned on Twitch that I won't say?
I
What?
word?
I word.
No. Just this one is like that. Not all the other
I know,
Denpa games.
but this one.
The fuck is the I word?
Well, I don't want to say it, Ricky.
What are they gonna do?
Anyway.
I'm
ban you on
fucking
Twitch.
invincible. I can do whatever I want here. Oh, incel. Okay.
Don't say
Oh,
it, God.
it's an incel game?
Oh, I mean
What?
tier
This-
3
this
subscriber.
one.
Okay, well, the main character is. Anyway.
Yes.
I'm very
It's called
confused.
A Wonderful Everyday Down the Rabbit Hole.
I like Ricky's list.
Every day down the rabbit.
Yes. Yeah, that's the title. Just it's so long.
Thanks
All
for
right,
It's
well.
comically long.
Thanks for ruining the layout, Donnie.
Anyway, it's a game that I recommend for absolutely no one. It is made for no one. It was one of the most traumatic experiences of my life. And I'm going to be thinking about it on my deathbed. I'm going to be thinking about this god-forsaken game. you can't say a lot about it without spoiling it.
Oh, but you can say plenty of things out of context.
Oh yeah. Best girl is Kimika. And I'm gonna just read a quote from her. Actually, she's best girl, and I think it will become clear why very soon.
While Donnie looks that up.
Yeah, go on. You liked it too.
Yes, well, I did like it. I actually swapped my number 2 for Metroid Dread for it. But here are some of my favorite things. Can I offer any of you a carousel of semen?
What the fuck?
Okay, yeah, well, that's one of the things in the game.
Masturbation ballet. A quote from Kimika, the best girl, and anyone who says otherwise. She says, "I'm a yandere. I'm crazy, depressed, and autistic." And she is. That's true.
Oh, so she's a Twitter user. Got it.
On the edge.
Well, speaking of cut yourself on the edge, did you know that desks have many
Safety
functions?
first.
That's true. There is a scene where you do in fact fuck a desk.
Yes.
That sounds
Like,
difficult.
actually. You fuck a desk.
Desk
It
legs
sounds
have a
easy
lot
if
of
you're a
holes.
lady.
But I'm gonna step it back a little bit and kind of give an idea of what it is. It's kind of considered to be, if you ever are in like the visual novel circle, it's the first one when someone's like, "Hey, I wanna read a visual novel that's like Doki Doki Literature Club," and then everyone say, "Doki Doki Literature Club fucking sucks. Play this instead." That's what they'll say. But how do you? Well, okay, so when you buy the game on Steam, you only get to buy the prologue, not even the first chapter, just the prologue. And it's not ironic at all. It is completely and 100% sincere by every measure. It is the most nihilistic, misanthropic, and hopeless thing that I have ever read in my life. I have never had a piece of media make me feel like complete and utter shit like this one did. The end of the chapter, Looking Glass Insects, upset me so much that I did not pick it up again for 4 months.
Jesus.
I was just completely and utterly... I was floored.
I have another line for you. Character A, his death is just the beginning. Character B, lol, it's just the beginning, she says. Does that mean our token black guy dies next?
Did they really say lol?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Oof.
Yes.
It's nonsense, a delusion. I see you're pretty smart for a whore.
That's our savior, Mommy Atakuji.
Anyway, carry on.
So the... I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, I don't recommend anyone ever play it unless you just want to feel really bad. And if you're interested in playing it, be sure to read a content warning list, which will be very, very, very long. And oh yeah, that was a thing, wasn't it? And oftentimes content warning lists are kind of way, way, way overblown. Like you see these really long trigger warning lists for like Omori or Doki Doki Literature Club, and it's really not that bad. So I saw the one for Wonderful Everyday and I thought, oh, it's not that bad. There's no way it's that bad. It is that bad. It is absolutely that bad. And even the one that we got is still censored because it needed to comply with international decency laws.
What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah,
So, you know,
what the fuck does that mean?
There are a lot of things you can bully with, some of them being dogs.
No, please. And this was a new thing for me. This was a new thing for me. And I looked over at Novell. He's not new to this kind of stuff. I am. And I looked over.
Say it like. Jesus.
It was an average Tuesday for Novell, but for me, it was life-changing.
But this particular scene, I looked over. Before I was ready to move on to the next bit of dialogue, I looked over at Novell and I was like, they can't do that, can they? They can't show that, can they? And it turns out that it was censored enough that they could not, in fact, do that. But I was really scared. But Novell said, yeah, no, they can do that. Close your eyes and I'll let you know when it's over. But thankfully nothing happened. But anyway, I'm going to be thinking about that game for the rest of my life. For better or worse.
Game sounds fucking crazy.
It is.
It genuinely is. I'm not underselling it. Like, even the most forgettable moments are so much that I can't say it here. I just can't. Okay, but it actually is a really beautiful piece of fiction. I'll just turn this around for a second. It really is a beautifully written piece of fiction that kind of plays a lot with the sort of philosophical concepts of our own perceptions of reality, and if there even is an objective reality.
Let me contrast you with this quote one more time. Even while it was bent over upon hands and knees, that desk kindly, honestly spoke of the end of the world.
Anyway, that's my that's my game.
It's a trip.
It really is. Don't do that to yourself.
It's like, it's one of the my mother's words, God's menstruation, the voice of heaven, impregnation. You really,
beautiful.
if you know about this game, you know about this game. Ricky, I have one request for you. That really says all you need to know about this game.
Yeah, it really does.
I have a picture that I am dropping here. Could you just put that in front of Donnie's list?
Yeah.
Just cover her whole list.
Just that is Riruru-chan. Thank you very much. Uncultured.
Why
looks
her
like an
damn eyes
animation
on the
in
side of her
between.
head? I'm naming this file fish.png.
She looks even, according to the dialogue, she looks even more realistic than usual.
This is an angel.
No, that's a fish.
No, it's an angel. I promise. They have a great biblical.
Yeah, there is. She does in fact enter into a biblical fight with other angels.
To say that's not Riru.
That's not
No,
Riru.
I'm
Damn,
giving
I'm
it
the
up.
hater. I like that though. There it is.
Yeah, TKO.
There she is. She's beautiful.
There you go. That is
No, that is a
No,
screenshot
this
from
is-
the visual novel.
This is fucked
I
up.
swear, in context, it makes sense. You can just stretch it out. It's fine.
Here, let
You don't
me
have to
stretch
keep-
it out and like to make it look better. Like,
You know, that's
there we go.
I can't tell you why
That's
because
a
it would be
little better.
a spoiler.
And like that. That looks a little
Yeah,
better. Now this looks like a real image.
So if you do want context for that, the main character has an obsession with a particular magical girl franchise, and he drew a really fucked up likeness of her on in his secret
base.
base, in his secret base, which is a sewer. And she just kind of comes to life, and that's his waifu come to life. It's really great.
Yeah.
Can I thank Novell and Donnie personally for something?
Of course.
Can I thank you both for not having Persona 5 Strikers on your list?
That
Either
game
of you.
sucked. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah,
It
thank
sucked.
you. Thank you.
I
That
didn't
game
like
was
it.
horseshit.
It got boring. I think like it left such a non presence on me. I didn't even consider it for dishonorable.
Okay, good. I just didn't want to see it anywhere.
Now, Persona 5.
I had a notion there was like a chance it'd show up on your list, and I'd have to roast you guys, but it wasn't. So I'm glad.
I mean,
I'm glad
gotta
we're on
be-
the same page.
like I have an issue with Dynasty Warrior S games, and Persona 5 Strikers is one of those where it just falls into Dynasty Warriors and really has not much else to say besides Robot Girl.
You mean Bomberman?
Yes. Oh, I did. I said Mega Man because she does have a Mega Buster.
It looked like Bomberman to me.
She does look like Bomberman, but she shoots with a Mega Buster.
That's fair.
The worst part of Dynasty Warrior games is playing them. Oh god.
Oh. Well, that is our top 10s, guys.
Yep.
It do be.
Like Rem
Yep.
said, 40 games and only 7 of them were books. I think that's better than usual, actually.
Most of the time, Donnie and I put our list into one, so it's actually quite surprising that we have this much variety. Again, I traded out Wonderful Every Day for Metroid Dread.
for Metroid Dread in parentheses Let's Play.
You know what? You know what?
Oh fuck! You know, maybe next year you could put Metroid Dread played on the list.
Donnie didn't play Yakuza 0. She watched me play it. So what do you consider that?
I had to play it a lot too because they switched a lot during that playthrough.
All right, but
so
how much do you actually need to play Yakuza?
It's mostly talking.
Yeah.
How much do you actually need to play Metroid Dread?
What the fuck do you mean? How much do you have to play Metroid?
Metroid Dread
playing
is
it's the whole part of it.
The final boss took me like 5 hours.
Well, if it made me want to play the other Metroid games, I think it did its job. I will play it. All right.
Normally, there are a lot more games that I just watch Novell play, but like all of these, I bet, yeah. Normally.
Did you play Nier?
I have played Nier.
No, the new one.
No, I watched you play the new one because you needed to play Nier.
Exactly. Okay, so you heard it here. She watched me play the new one.
But she's
didn't
played
play
the original.
What?
But we're
Daddy Nier. I was there. I played
more,
the original.
She's got a more raw experience than you have. Look me in the eye and tell me that you had to look up a guide on how to fish in the original Nier because the game teaches you wrong.
I looked up a guide for one level in Super Monkey Ball.
Yeah, that's not quite the same, cowboy. God, the original Nier is so funny.
Again,
The final boss took me all of Vinny's stream.
Again, prove me wrong. Kaine is just Donald. Prove me wrong.
Does Donald have a penis?
Can you do Zeta Flare?
Kaine kind of does a Zeta Flare, actually.
You mean Emil?
Emil does it, I guess. Well, in the gameplay, Kaine did a fucking like giant ball.
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited for you to play Kingdom Hearts. It's gonna be great.
Dude, I'm excited for you guys. Are you guys gonna stream Kingdom Hearts?
Yes, we are gonna stream after we finish
yes.
2E. We are gonna be free to do whatever.
Donnie, you're gonna not like it.
See, I think all this stuff.
Wait.
I'm very
Is
concerned.
Donnie
All of
playing
this
it?
stuff.
No, she's gonna be along for the ride. I'm not gonna force her.
You're not gonna make me play it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna actually force her to play.
Oh, well, you might like it then. You might like it for its absurdity, but if you played it, you'd hate it.
I'm very concerned that it's like one of those instances where you see all of this stuff out of context and it's hilarious. But then when you actually sit down and do the whole thing, it's gonna be boring as shit.
Yeah, no, then you actually sit down and play through the whole thing and you fucking cry.
I'm actually gonna be offended if you're like, Kingdom Hearts sucks, and I'm just like, excuse me, we played Nier. This is my Nier, all right?
Nier is bullshit.
Exactly.
It's true.
The gameplay of Nier's actual dog shit. The gameplay of Kingdom Hearts is serviceable, at least.
No, wait. Novell, I want you to do me one favor.
Yes.
When you guys actually do Kingdom Hearts, I want you to have Donnie play through Tarzan World.
No, don't do that to her.
And tell her nothing.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no. What
Give
is
her the
this?
full experience.
She's gonna be lost. I still might be lost.
I'm always kind of lost, so it won't be that new for me. I'm always kind of confused, so it's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Tarzan World is where boys become men.
Finally.
No.
I've always wanted a
fuck.
beard.
You like getting shot?
A monkey. Fuck, you're
Donnie,
right though. It's true.
You already have a beard.
Oh Christ.
Bullshit.
Well, that was a good top 10 this year, everyone.
Yeah. Dude, next year is looking insane. Next year's gonna be
There's a
looking
lot
nuts.
of games coming out. I don't even know how many of them I'll get to. There's a lot of games I'm interested and I don't even know how many I'm gonna get to.
Oh wait, Ricky,
Damn.
I forgot. Could you make an addendum to my number one?
But yeah.
Thanks. I would like you to change it from Guilty Gear Strive to A Hat in Time. Thank you.
Maybe I'll play A Hat in Time next year.
A Hat in
still
Time
haven't played A
Death
Hat in
Wish
Time?
was 60% really good, 40% absolute dog shit.
I love A Hat in Time. There are a few games I wish I could do like a memory wipe for, so I
Hat
could
in
like
Time
play
did
them
not
over
make
again.
my top 10 list. I played it this year.
I didn't need to put A Hat in Time on my list because it should just be assumed to be number one everywhere, like the super number one.
I haven't played it, and I'm gonna lean towards Ricky on this one. I've seen a lot of playthrough of it. It looks good, certainly.
The base game's pretty damn good.
Hat in Time feels more of a mix between Super Mario Sunshine and a bit of Odyssey, which, if you like those, then you should be golden. All right, we're not talking about Sonic Forces. You can just not.
Oh my God, I love
show
Sonic
yourself
Forces.
the door.
Sonic Frontiers 2022, best game.
I like it. I like it when Sonic fucking dies.
Dude, Sonic Frontier is gonna
happens a few
be
times.
amazing. It's gotta be amazing.
In the Sonic 2 trailer where Knuckles slaps the shit out of him.
You think I need your power?
Knuckles gives him a big taste of these hands.
I'm actually gonna play Ender Lily's Remover. I think I'm gonna play that one off stream. I'm not sure if the stream would like to see me play 2D Dark Souls.
Play it on stream. Do it. Do it, pussy.
But then they're gonna yell at me for going the wrong way.
They're gonna yell at you anyway.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Good stuff this year, everyone. Those is a pretty wildly varied list. Can't believe you put Galgun on your list. That game's
You
all.
can't believe I put Galgun on my list.
You can't believe that Novell put Galgun on
That
his
game's
list.
okay. That game's good at best.
I can't believe you put fucking Rabbids on your list. Come on, man. The Rabbids of video games?
All right, you look at
All right,
Rabbid
Novell.
Peach and tell me you don't want that Rabussy.
I don't want that Rabussy.
You need to play it. You need to play Mario Rabbids. It's phenomenal. Sequel looks fucking incredible.
If I
Can't
can
wait.
force, if I out of my list, if I could have anyone play anything on my list, I think I would just want someone to at least try the Eternal Castle Remastered.
I'll check it out. I'll probably check it out. I'm not sure when, but I'll check it out. If I had to have someone play something off my list, it would definitely be Rengoku, especially since it's not free, but
necessarily free.
You can come upon the game pretty easily these days.
You can find out your local video game store in the Google search bar.
Yeah, you gotta just search up search for your local video game Google store, and you should find it pretty easy. Runs really well too.
Easy.
What would if you had to choose one game for someone to play on your list, Donnie? What would it be?
If I had to pick one for them to play, I'm gonna go ahead and contradict myself and say that if they're up for it, Wonderful Everyday Down the Rabbit Hole was one of the most unreal experiences I've ever had in my life, and I'm never gonna forget it. So, if you want that in your life.
If I had to have one, I feel as though my top ones are like things people will play generally over time. So I'm gonna say The Wild at Heart, because it seems like something people would skip. Because I think everyone said they wanted to play Psychonauts anyway.
Yeah, I looked up Ring of Pain, and that game looks pretty cool too.
Ring of Pain is really cool. It is well worth your time. I think it's like $10.
RC, if you're going to play Wonderful Every Day, just know that you have to only download the prologue from Steam, and then you have to download a really sketchy patch that's in German. And you'll only know if it's worked if your menu is suddenly in German.
What the
and
fuck?
then you can read it in English, because of the international decency laws.
Basically, to get the full game.
It feels like you're doing something very illegal, and you're not. I swear. It's bad, but it's not. Well, I mean.
Actually, hopefully next year. I'm gonna make some predictions. I think next year on one of our lists, I think 13 Aegis. Is that what it is?
You think? You think it's
that
gonna
might
end
be
up being
on one
on
of our
one?
lists. 'Cause that seems really interesting. Depending how this year's Tamagotchi goes, that might be on my list. Can I stream Wonderful every day, or will it get me TOSD'd?
Do not
Don't.
do that.
Don't. No.
Do not do that.
Will, wait. If it's not on the Twitch banned game list, you can stream it.
No. Okay, so you could probably stream the base Steam game?
But not as long as you don't have the 18 plus patch installed, you could do the you could get through the prologue. And you know, you're gonna get through the prologue and you're gonna say, this is the most boring shit I've ever done in my life. This is just a bunch of lesbians kissing each other. What is this shit? And then all of a sudden, you know, you're going through this really surreal haunted house where the background noise is only the sound of like a heart rate monitor, and then, you know, you're on top of the school, you're looking for the end sky. You know, what is the end sky? I don't know. And then a space train comes down and it's being run, like the conductor's like this cute little stuffed animal bear, and it's really like surreal and kind of whimsical.
Let's be very clear. Just you buying the game on Steam does not mean you have the full game. You are basically getting a demo. To get the full game, you need to buy it on Steam and then install the patch.
That's
and
wild.
Then you have the full game.
Yeah.
It's the only way they could get the game to be.
It's bizarre. It's genuinely an experience. It's not like anything else I've ever.
It didn't suggest the game to me until I typed in "wonderful everyday" down the rabbit. It refused to pull up the autofill until I had all of that in.
It also has some of the most genuinely effective horror scenes that I've ever experienced, like in a game. Like, I mean, I've played, you know, the Silent Hills and, you know, stuff like that, and those never get me to the point where I feel like I need to kind of pull the blanket over my head and hide, but Wonderful Everyday got to me like that. And I am a seasoned horror consumer.
We can all confirm that. There's a reason there's so many books on that list.
Oh, she's gonna have another one called Bustafellows on there next year.
No, you're not allowed to put that on there. You're not allowed to put that on there.
They're so cute, though.
I'm banning Bustafellows right now.
Well, everyone, we've been here for 3 hours plus.
Oh, have we?
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, it's been an interesting year.
It's been a year.
That's for sure.
It's been a year.
I played so many good games.
It has been a year. Is 2021 a prime number? Let me look that up real quick.
Is that why Donnie likes Novel? Because he's a novel?
It's true. I like reading. It's true.
She really turns my pages, if you know what I mean.
Yang.
It's not a prime number. I'm sad. Well, with that, guys, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, I guess we should all call it here at this point anyways.
Wait, but Ricky, do you accept my bet?
Yeah.
Right.
Wait until I get around to the actual game though.
It was $500, right?
Yeah, it was 500. I'm pretty
50?
sure.
It was 50. My Christmas bonus wasn't that much.
No, you gotta account for inflation.
I heard 500.
I'll pay you 500 over the course of 5 years. How does that sound?
I'm ready.
That's not bad. Night, everybody.
Good night,
Will.
everyone. Boy.
And yeah, good night, Novell and Donnie. It was always good talking to you guys.
Yes.
I'll catch you later.
More.
Yeah, definitely.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
And with that, everyone, I think that's gonna be the stream for tonight. I have an early day tomorrow. Remember, everyone here. Remember, Ilex 2. Yeah, that didn't make the cut either. I played that this year. But remember, tomorrow, in about it's 8 o'clock right now. In about 16 hours, Ultra Charity is happening. Ultra Charity 2021, the Ultra Kill charity stream to benefit Outright Action International. That's fun. Yeah. But yeah, make sure you're there. It's 12 p.m. Noon PT. So I'll see you there. Make sure you be there or be square. But yeah, thanks for coming by, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. It was a real fun time. You get to hear all of us talk about some video games. But yeah, have a good night. Have a good day, whatever time it is for you. Go play Rengoku. Really easy. I promise. Bye. See you all next time.